Welcome to the Was It Good Though podcast. We'll be bringing raw and unfiltered energy for each movie and TV show that we will be reviewing. Just think of it as turning your movie group chat into a podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Jazz.
I am Jason. And man, per usual, I got some house rules I want to run through with you. So let's get started. One, we will be spoiling this review. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, please stop, go check it out, and then come listen to this review. Number two, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know, let your church members know, let your family know what we are doing over here at the Was It Good Though podcast. Number three, have fun. We just kicking shit, having fun with my friends. That's what we do. And last but not least, this is not a kid-friendly podcast. So if you're watching with your kids, that's something on you that has nothing to do with us. Let's get to this review.
I'm emailing you this episode. You thought you was slick, like, oh, she recorded, she edited. Nah,
That's crazy.
Okay,
so I gotta be free. So that way I gotta really say what I want to say for the middle of the episode. So we're gonna see if you're gonna really dig down and get this motherfucker. I got you.
I'm still tripping at the ring light in his glasses like he Missy Elliott.
I know
right there.
I know. I can't. I mean, like I can't use my computer.
No, it's cool as hell. That's why I kept looking. I said, "Okay, I see you. I see you."
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Question.
Had y'all heard the new YG song?
You know what? I'm tired of
him getting
I'm saying, people that be trying, I feel like he just be reaching. He be trying to reach to be deep. I'm just like, bro.
I mean, if that happened to him,
it probably did. It probably did.
But that's his story.
But that's how you gonna give it to us?
No. Hey, Jason, I'm not gonna lie. When I first heard the beat, I was like, hey.
Not throwing up signs.
Can't do that. I can't throw no signs. No. I got arthritis. It's arthritis. So I'm just like, hey. And then he go, at 14, I was right. I said, oh.
Whoa.
It killed the vibe.
Just off rip. You just gonna like, bro, come on.
All right,
you could have waited. I mean, at the end of the day, you're gonna tell your story when you tell it, but he done already said some wild and foul shit. So at this point, it's just like, come on, bro.
Yeah. I just went, all right, squabble up. Squabble up. Like Nick, no. Mr. Morrell does not need to crip walk YG. You're supposed to have a different beat. That's not
just a little bit.
Yeah, but you know what? I guess that was his way of saying this is how I'm going to tell my story, and it's the only way I can tell my story. Because even if you listen to his first album, that good one, well, not saying his other album, that first album was dope as hell.
In my personal opinion, I put My Crazy Life over Good Kid, Mad City. That's a personal take.
No, I wouldn't get mad at you because I here's the thing. Good Kid, Mad City, for when it dropped, was just like, whoa. Like that's 2012. So it was a big whoa moment. My Crazy Life took basically all the good things. Like I think YG really did study what Kendrick did, and he perfected it. No skips, just clean, straight storytelling, and it was a complete story and a complete album. I think with Kendrick, that deluxe version of Good Kid, Mad City kind of ruins it for me.
I get it.
Because of all the extras, the song with Mary J. Blige, which I really enjoy. But the way the original ends, that makes it a perfect album to me. The not the deluxe version, but the standard version of Good Kid, Mad City. But I can see that. I wouldn't get mad at you feeling that way.
Oh, I'm gonna stand 10 toes on whatever choice I pick, regardless.
Well, yeah, I know you wanted to fight people for the Peter Parker drama, and I'm looking at y'all like, oh man, you need to let that go. Black men are dying from heart attacks and high blood pressure. Jason, stop.
Man,
stop. Don't raise your pressure,
That's
man.
True. I'm good. It's good. I'm just always there. So my body is pushed to the limit.
Okay, and then your body gonna say, "Nigga, let me teach you a lesson."
Hey, y'all can hear me good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. Everybody ready?
You got to live for the Switch 2 to come out.
We've been
man.
waiting
gotta
on
see
you.
The day.
Yes, bro. That is. Oh, so Jay, I'm gonna have to. Jay, I'm gonna be piggybacking off you because again, I'm on this, so my notes are
Oh shit!
inside of this. I don't know I don't know the people names. It's the people names I'm gonna be struggling with. As
Oh,
long as
I
you got
don't
their
know nobody's
names.
name either.
you could
I
just
mean,
say,
Xavier,
you know the actor.
Xavier.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Outside of Xavier, no, I don't know none of them niggas.
That's Sterling.
Exactly, I know Xavier, but outside of that,
Just
I
you can
didn't
just
even
say
know
what
his
they
name was
look like.
Xavier.
The
okay.
President, Sinatra, Billy
Sinatra.
Pace.
That's
Black
Sinatra.
lady, white
Yeah,
butler,
yeah.
girl.
All right, so we're all on the same page. So you're completely fine. We're gonna help you with the characters.
Okay, good.
Negro 1, Negress 2.
The Great Value version of Sis from Lovecraft, that's also in the new Sinners movie. Her
Hey,
Great
bro,
Value.
chill out. Chill out.
Okay.
You're not
They do
doing
look like
that.
they could be
Yes.
We not.
sisters.
They
Tell me I'm
don't.
lying.
They don't look like. They don't
I
look like
don't
Ruby.
know.
They don't look
We're
like
gonna
Ruby.
put that
Look
picture
now.
together.
They don't look like
Yeah.
Ruby.
Wait. You ain't talking about the great woman Masaku, right? We're not talking about Ruthie.
Yeah, Ruby.
Yes.
Ruby? Excuse me, Ruby.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Who looked like Ruby? Don't you
The
don't
black actress that was in here.
The president mistress is who she's talking about.
That
I mean,
president mistress is rough.
here we
You
go.
mean the one with the Candace Owens wig?
Her wig was terrible. It was, but they were
It
in
was
paradise.
they got the and you know the
It wasn't no
crazy
Tyler
thing.
Perry.
Sterling line
So
was sharp.
the black lady that wrote it, she said
Mhm.
they put black hair salons and stylists in paradise to make
Yeah.
sure. She said, "Better you need black writers in the
I
writers'
don't
room."
think so. Wait, you mean
Well,
in
no,
the
because of his
in the
daughter.
show to help the lady
Yeah.
out with her hair?
Yeah, she said in the show she wrote black hairstylists and
But
black barbers to make sure the black people were taken care of in
so
paradise.
Wait,
they,
are you talking about in the mountain or
In the mountain.
that person working?
In the mountain.
no, he's talking about like on set. Are you
No,
talking
Jazz.
Okay, or
No,
set.
like
Jazz.
wait,
No.
actors? That was
No, Jazz. No,
Because that's one of my items was hair shit. Because I
she
ain't seen no
said
beauty supply store in
she
that
said
place.
she said the
I
reason
didn't
that
see many Asians either.
she
Nope.
said the reason they stayed on point is because she wrote black hairstylists and black barbers in paradise. Yes.
Yeah, because Sterling
No, they
lining was
didn't.
tight, and his daughter braids
Stayed on point.
were
Cause
they
they
were
said
on
how
point.
they said how does she stay with nice braids in this? You know ain't nobody down there doing it. He said, well,
White girls can
actually,
braid,
yeah.
but you can't go buy no.
not like
I ain't seen
they
nowhere
can't
to
not
buy
like
no
that.
bundles. I ain't seen nowhere to get a wig. I ain't seen nowhere to
Hey man,
get.
that little grocery store that was in may have
But hold on.
anything up inside
Can,
there, especially
can we
the
get
cheese fries.
before we get into it? Can we get the intro?
Yes, let me get into it. Sorry. We was talking too long
Editing.
for the intro. No, fuck that. We always staying in there. But good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Whenever this podcast finds you, this is the Was It Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz.
And for episode 148, we are going to Paradise. Yes, the show starring Sterling K. Brown, written and produced by the writers of This Is Us. Of course, another hit show that they had. They had to get back to make another one, and we had to bring back a few of our friends. But first, let's introduce half of the Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. My brother, the friendly neighborhood black super Negro. Anthony, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine, man. I am paranoid and unemployed once again, but I am doing fine.
I'm sorry.
Hooray, Louisiana!
I'm sorry to hear that, brother. A lot of people.
Oh no, it's all good.
A lot of people have been affected by that. I you know, you have a very great demeanor. Cause nigga like me would be out here be pulling a John Q.
Nah, it's all good. I'm selling dope tomorrow. I'm gonna be fine.
Jason, would you pull the John Q before or after the pod? Do it after.
I'm a pod first.
You gotta edit first.
First. John Q later. Yeah, I gotta make sure this is together.
And then go live and say the episode drops on Tuesday.
Episode 148 every Tuesday, each and every Tuesday. This may be my last Tuesday, but every Tuesday, nigga.
Wait, what was the one with John Boyega when he was the
I remember
ex-vet?
I didn't watch
that one. Was sad, man. It was like John Q, but he was looking like for his benefits or something with the VA or going to the bank and get his money.
I watched the one with the boy that no longer can do movies no more. Nate Parker, Jazz. Me
Yeah,
and
Okay.
Jazz
that
watched that one.
one.
That was pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, I wanted to check that movie out, and sadly I forgot the name of it, but I
Mm-hmm.
heard it
I'll,
was actually really good.
I'll get the
That's the
name for
one where he
both.
It
gets the okay.
it
That's the one where
was.
he hold the cops hostage, right?
He
Hmm.
did after they killed his son. If I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. They
yeah,
killed
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah,
son, and he trying
yeah.
to hold them, try to prove a point. But you know the cops, they gonna prove the point the best. But
Yeah.
the other half of the Talking Ish podcast, we have Miss Elaine. How are you today, man?
Aesthetic and yourself.
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. These your eyes here.
When we start talking about the show, then I'll look up.
Wait a
Oh,
minute.
damn.
You know
It's about
what? That forehead acting up.
because it's out today.
Just saying, there's a
It's out
lot.
today.
Got a lot on my mind.
Yeah,
We can read it.
we.
It's all up. It's all
Oh,
across
Jesus.
across the headband,
Helene,
bleeding
you look
everything.
why you look marvelous. The head is
Hey,
on
no,
point,
why are you doing this?
shining,
Ooh,
ready
Don't
to
click
leave
that.
text messages on red. You are a true light-skinned black woman.
I do, in fact,
Shit.
love leaving a DM unread. I do.
There you go.
It's part of my pastime.
What kind of shit is that? Who likes to leave them on
Oh, I
red?
do.
She does.
It's a power move.
What power do you gain from that?
So much.
We
And if my
waiting.
children weren't sitting next to me, I explain it to you.
Tell them niggas to move. They ain't doing nothing.
Oh,
He's
oh, damn.
eating dinner.
Tell them niggas to eat elsewhere.
I can't look.
Don't tell him
Don't
Hey,
be
look,
okay.
look,
Then
enjoy
he
look.
your
looking
food.
like,
Enjoy your food.
AJ,
yeah. Why he got food in his mouth? What
AJ,
the-
fuck your dinner, nigga.
Yeah. He
I
gonna
can't
look
say
at her,
that to
I
this
hate
one.
you.
Flip
He's
over the
6'3",
plate.
so I got to look up at him.
Look up to
Oh my
everything
goodness.
here.
Clip him
Sir,
at the
stop it.
kneecap. They'll all
Oh, I
be
would.
5'1".
I would.
They all drop.
I
Get
most
them at the
definitely
kneecap.
would.
However, we do have another guest in the building. It's been some time when she came on for how do you pronounce that damn movie? Fatale. She was in for
Fatale.
Fatale or Fatale. Miss Jada,
100 years ago.
Right.
how are you today, ma'am?
I'm good, surviving like everybody else. That's all.
That's all you can do that's all you can do in the world of today. That's all you can do.
Happy to be here. Excited to talk about this good bad show.
Good bad show. That's crazy.
Whoa.
I figure whenever we count, it's like, yeah, we got Jada was
Mhm.
like, we got to get Jada on. If anybody asked her like a month ago, it's like, yeah, we got to get Jada on.
Yeah,
So I'm glad you was able to pop out for it.
I'm excited. I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear y'all thoughts about it because I haven't talked to nobody about
That's
this
how
show.
that's the
Yeah.
best way. That's the best way to
Yep.
be. So now you can just let it rip. Maybe you had some new thoughts that you didn't have when you initially was watching it. You can finally get them off. But
Maybe.
Paradise. Like I said, we getting into it. Coming in the opening of this show, everybody on the internet was, "Oh my God, this is breathtaking. I'm looking at this. You gotta get into it." But I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It took about 5 episodes, not 6. It took 6 episodes to get me into it. But once I started, I was just like, hopefully at some point something within this grabs me where I care. But for
Mhm.
at least 6 episodes, I was just watching, hoping that the shoe dropped. Jazz.
Yes. My question to you, Jason, is it because this show had a lot of time jumps, which is why you could not enjoy it as much as you would another show? Because you don't like
Um,
flashbacks, and this shit went flashback and then back some more
I
every
didn't
episode.
I didn't realize the flashbacks was the issue until we finally got a flashback that actually mattered to me. Because a lot of people, they were giving us backstory on Sinatra and Billy Pays. Give me backstories for the crazy bitch. I don't care about none of these niggas. Y'all keep giving me backstory on and these different back stuff on like within this story. But none of it was compelling. Were you drawn in from the beginning of this like episode 1? Were you like, holy shit?
I enjoyed it. Yes, I
Okay.
was. I was
Okay.
invested.
Was
You're
it was there
invested?
was
That's a strong word.
I was invested, Jada. I was hooked.
Invested? Oh,
Yes. Yeah.
was everybody on the same wavelength as Jazz?
No.
It took me 3 episodes.
So okay, so before I get to you, Jada, because I mean I know where you going with it. Anthony, what was it for you that kept you into this show?
Figuring out who the hell killed Cal. I wasn't even like interested at first. I wasn't interested about the whole why are they in the mountain or what event brought it, because I had a feeling like they're gonna show or they're gonna do the exposition of it, right? But I like murder mysteries. I like whodunits.
Yeah.
So once you see Cal laid out, which I was kind of pissed, Cal wasn't laid out in the perfect, Law and Order chalk outline. I was kind of pissed off with that. It looked like when they hit him, he went, oh, and he was gently placed beautifully, like he was beautifully placed on the floor. But it's James Marsden, the man,
He's gonna be beautiful.
you can't really
Shut up.
uglify him.
Shout out to
But
James. Shout out to James Marsden.
You know.
He's had a great resurgence over the
Yes.
last 5 years or so.
He
And
seems
it
to keep
took
a black love interest. He keeps them.
yes.
Mhm.
Do you blame him?
Listen.
All right.
Look at-
And you have to say his come up really came up because of a little blue anamorphic, whatever the fuck, hedgehog known as Sonic. Because that's
I
what
don't
brought him
know if
back.
that's
Before
true.
Sonic,
He
Oh,
has
yeah.
a lot
Death
of
at a
good
Funeral.
shows.
Wait,
He
wait,
has
Death at a
like
Funeral.
Dead to Me.
Death
Is
at
that
a
what you mean,
Funeral was
Dead to
right
Me?
after the X-Men movie. It wasn't, it was like right
That
there
was
after his
early
run on X-Men.
2010s. That was
Listen,
early
Yeah, that was,
he been in the
and
game
then he
for a minute.
disappeared. But he disappeared.
He
And
did.
like nobody knew where James Marsden was until he
Sonic.
hooked up with Sonic.
No,
Dead-
he was in
dead-
he was in
That show,
Hop in
Dead to Me is
2011.
good.
That shit was
That
That
hilarious.
shit was good too. Yeah.
You keep
Again.
name some shit. Name some shit after. Name some shit after that. Give me some shit before Sonic. He said hot. I don't even know what that is.
Hop.
Hop.
Oh yeah,
What
he
the
stayed
fuck
with
is
a
that?
creature.
The bunny
but-
movie?
Yeah, he stayed with a creature.
Come
Yeah,
on,
but
man.
again-
So you is that a kids thing?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Look here,
Come on, bro.
if it
That
wasn't
ain't
for
that
Sonic-
ain't that ain't Sonic.
If it wasn't for Sonic, James Marsden would not be putting on that
X-Men?
red
What
visor
are you talking
as
about?
a Cyclops.
X-Men. Okay,
I'm
X-Men.
telling you,
Again.
that Netflix show, Dead to Me, is really good actually.
Is that got
I'll have to
Christina
check that
Applegate
out.
in it?
I don't
Is that
know.
Chris? Is that Chris?
Come
Come
on.
on. I feel like Christina Applegate and the
I'm
lady that
surprised
plays
I knew
Velma.
he was
It
in
is.
it.
And
Like,
Christina
Yeah.
Applegate is in that, yes.
So,
Okay.
but he's not a star in.
Hold
that,
on, hold on,
brother.
hold on, Jason. That's
That's not
him
fair.
working. You didn't say he need to star in something for consecutive years. That's
Yeah,
him
okay,
working.
Jazz,
He's on a
that's
call
just-
sheet.
That's just like our guy from Trap. He was working, but he wasn't important until he was important again. Josh
That's
Hartnett.
character
Well,
in Trap, I've never seen him before.
Let's
in my
just
life.
put it like this.
Josh
James
Hartnett?
He was in
Marsden.
Faculty and
Josh Hartnett?
Halloween H2O.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, I'm leaving you over there, Jada. It's like, no.
I will say
That
this
was my
though.
introduction to that bad actor.
Right now he's in his renaissance arc with
He
James
is.
Marsden. He is in a renaissance arc. He is getting back to high profile roles. Him playing the president, I have to say, I got to give him props, and that's why I really got invested, was because of his role as the president, Cal.
Mhm.
And the way you see how it is patterned 100% to George W. Bush.
Yeah,
100%. Cal
I
is
love-
George W. Bush.
I love
Daddy
the W
George?
movie.
No,
Daddy
son
George?
George.
You ever seen
George
W?
W, not HW. George W.
You ever seen W?
I guess I could see that.
Oh yeah. I love that movie.
That-
With
that-
Josh
that's what
Brolin?
that's what he reminded me of.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because Cal really was that arts kid whose dad hated the fact he was an arts kid. So he had to become an athlete, a star athlete. He had to get in the family business, which I think was oil, because his daddy was like this whiz when it came to geography and stuff like that, finding wells and things. He knew how to read the ground. I think Cal really wanted to just go on an island, smoke weed, and smell patchouli.
Yeah, he didn't want to be president.
He didn't want
pretty
to be
much
president.
he said that when you saw the episode with him and his father. Like
Yeah.
he
Had no
basically
interest.
none. He hated everything that he was doing, but he only did it to please his father. So everybody
And
is like looking for him to be responsible and be interested
Right.
in it. He didn't want this. But I also want to drop in the fact that he was also in Westworld, which was out for about 2 to 5 years. His man has a
Mhm.
very consistent catalog. So please
Was
put
he
some respect on his name.
in the Westworld?
He's
Was he the
Yes.
star? He
He
was the
was
star of
he was
Westworld.
he wasn't
No,
the
no, no,
star, but he was
no.
a main cast. He was the love interest of the game.
He's
Jason, are
in
you
the
No,
show.
we don't.
he
Nobody
not
care
even
about
a star
nobody.
in Sonic. My nigga Sonic
Jazz.
is the star, but he in
But no,
there.
but is this that's a little bit different though, because it's
Here we
humans,
go.
and it is different.
He ain't the star in this shit. It was Sterling.
But
That's true.
in this shit, this nigga stood out.
I feel like
Yeah,
he always
and
stands
look-
out because he has one of them faces. You're
Faces,
gonna remember
yeah,
it.
but
He has one of them
he's-
faces.
But the thing is, he stood out because his performance demanded you to watch him. Like he
Okay.
But this-
really played
Around
hell.
finding who killed the president. That's the only reason he stood out.
And he won't be in
Yeah.
season 2.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he will
But-
be.
Well, he
I mean,
might be
This
in
is a
flashbacks.
flashbacky ass show.
They better
Flashback.
not. They. Oh my god, they better not do that whole flashback shit no more. Let that die.
Well-
I can't do that. I can't do
They're
it.
gonna have
I-
to do flashbacks because they're gonna go
Yeah.
get the wife.
Yeah,
Why?
and
Why?
that-
Why need to?
Well,
They,
They're
you
gonna
know
have
they're
to
gonna
explain
show
what
how she
she's
got
been
caught.
doing.
I think that's what
Yeah.
it is.
They
You
could
gonna
just
see
tell
that
us.
side of it.
Give me
Yeah.
an expedition dump. Just give me an expedition dump. I don't
Jason.
even like them, but give me that.
Right. I'm like, you don't like those at the end of movies, but you want it in a season that we
In
ain't
a
got
whole
yet.
season.
We're gonna see how it is after
Yeah.
all
So,
of the
Jazz,
hell broke
be-
loose.
Before I'm gonna get to Jada, but I ask you a question. Do you think that she found some new dick on the surface?
I hope so. I hope so.
No.
It's ashy everywhere.
No.
Cause
No.
cause y'all sit up here and wait 6 fucking months. Nah. My husband is with our kids and he
She
probably
actually-
fucking somebody
she-
in paradise. Look,
She actually loved her husband, Jazz. I don't know if you know about that, but
no,
she actually loved her husband.
I've never had a husband to love, but I am sitting here saying y'all can wait 6 months
Oh my
and
God, this is a
the
therapy
end of
session.
Earth and just they might come back.
she is
But
still
Helene- but
making
Helene-
full
but-
phone
but Hel-
calls
but
looking
Helene-
for that man.
But Helene said if she was Lori in The Walking Dead, she would have left Rick. Ain't no what's the difference in these two?
I didn't say that.
epidemics? You said you would have fucked. You said you would have rolled Shane's face into the sun.
Rick was dead.
You don't
Rick
know
was
that.
in
No,
a
he wasn't. He
goddamn
was in
coma.
He was
You
in a
don't-
coma.
You don't.
Rick
You don't
was
know-
in a
you don't-
no. Rick was in a coma in an abandoned hospital where there are zombies. They knew they was like, oh, he's dead, and we all thought he was goddamn dead. There was no reason for Rick to still
Well,
be alive.
You
Let's
don't
be
know.
honest.
You don't know Sterling made it out of that plane. You do not
That's
know
true.
A plane
The
did
planes
fall
were-
out the sky.
Planes were
No,
dropping
we
out
don't
the
know,
sky.
but we don't know if she knew that. But she does know that if anybody is going to be protected, it's going to be the president, and she knows her husband was with said president. So she doesn't. I don't know if she knows that the plane fell out the sky, but if somebody were to survive, it would be whoever the handlers are of the president.
What if she saw that plane? Because I don't think it said. They probably all looked alike. She probably saw that plane was just like, damn, it might have been Bays.
Well, no, Air
I'm
Force
just
One
saying.
looks completely
You know,
different.
Jada, she don't know
Right,
where
like
she
Air
at.
Force One looks like a whole different plane than any other plane coming out the
You
sky.
think that was on?
Right.
You think how they gonna get on? She gonna investigate. Let me go see if I can find his body and all this rubble. Like, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here! Like,
The
yeah.
thing is,
nah.
she was all the way in Atlanta for one.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She was in
she-
Atlanta.
So she didn't know that plane came out
She
the
didn't know that
sky.
from-
Going
Yeah,
to they come up from Washington to Colorado. That she ain't see that shit.
But my thing is,
No.
she knows they went to Colorado. Oh, let me try
Yeah.
to go that way since that's where salvation is. Oh shit, there go a plane on the way. Or no,
Oh,
wait,
oh,
where did the
that's
plane
right.
fall out the sky? Do we know that?
Well, they were over.
It don't matter.
They were
She's still in
just
Atlanta.
over DC. Like they
She
were.
might run
away-
across the rubble, Jada, and be like, "Oh, there go
Right?
my husband, he dead. Well, let me go get me some fresh dick." like who's waiting?
Look what's on Jazz head. I seen
No,
the dick imprint go
you-
across your forehead.
You
know what,
asked me a
I'm
question. Fuck y'all.
Jada.
Yes.
So you
to
seem to have
justify
not
her
have.
sluttery.
You seem to have not been invested with feminists. So what made you continue watching? this
I
story?
think that the show is just very well made. I think that that is like what they did
Hmm.
well. That it is an entertaining watch. Like when I'm watching it, I enjoy the watch. And then as soon as it goes off, it's like, wow, that was pretty trash, actually. But I'm gonna watch the next episode. While I was watching it, it was very good. I think that it does a good job of drawing you in. The graphics is good, the audio is good, but the storyline is actually really bad. The storyline
Okay.
is trash, yeah.
So what is it about the storyline that you poking holes or should have been cleaned up
Yeah.
in your opinion?
So in my opinion, I think because I'm like a little bit of sci-fi. I watch a lot of sci-fi shows.
Okay.
And this show is just like very surface level. A lot of
Okay.
stuff didn't make sense. It ain't tied together. I feel like I watch like I don't know if you've seen like Foundation, Silo, like those shows, they have a lot of depth and all of the little pieces connect together. This show was
Mhm.
just like I felt like from episode one, I kind of knew what was going to happen. And then as the episodes went on, it was like, all right,
Yeah.
yep, we saw that coming. But at least it was well done.
Well,
So
aren't
I just feel like the
oh,
storyline wasn't deep at all. Like anyway,
wasn't Foundation and Silo both based on novels that was already there?
that's true.
And
What's another
with
one?
uh
Did
Paradise,
you
I think it's straight from that writer, straight from the
That's
creator.
true.
And I could be
did
wrong, but
And
again,
he's
you're
just
right.
a
It
little
did
could
you
slower than those
let me
writers.
let me
yeah.
That's
let me
all.
okay, let me ask you, did you watch Severance?
I watched Severance.
Did you like Severance?
I hate Severance.
Okay, I was gonna say
I
I
watched season one and season two, but Severance makes no fucking sense. They need
I be
to wrap
wondering
that shit up,
Yeah.
put
I
it
be
I,
wondering,
I
away.
don't think it's
I'm
making
just
Tracy
I'm
said
sense.
the
just I'm
same
just
thing.
I'm just here to shit on niggas, man. I want to shit
Yeah.
on you real quick. Okay, never mind. I can't do it.
He
I'm
was
supposed to
waiting. Yo,
No.
that's
I'm
mad
supposed to watch
toxic.
Severance, and I haven't watched it yet. And I have the whole first season, and I was supposed to
The
sit and
first
watch, but I just never took the time to watch it.
Skip the first season, watch a recap, watch the second
Yeah.
season. Because season
Okay.
one was so slow, so
It's
slow and so
very
Yeah.
long.
season one is very
Yeah.
slow. I think season two they get to it
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
with this, and it makes more sense for a regular person to be watching it, even though it doesn't make sense
At
in there.
all.
Because
Right.
nigga, why would I care about you on the inside, nigga? You supposed to be at work. I'm supposed to live the life, nigga. What?
The
That's
whole
what I'm.
storyline don't
That's the
make
whole.
sense.
That's the
The whole
point.
story
The inside
don't
niggas
make
want to
sense.
have outside lives, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Um,
Severance was somebody on some mushrooms that just started writing and they ain't expected to like be a hit and they like
Ben
shit, we
Stiller.
gotta keep throwing stuff at the
That's
wall
Ben
That
Stiller.
was
and
Ben
making more
Stiller. You
seasons.
see, it took 2 hours, 2 years to make another. He was like, man, I don't know what the fuck we gonna talk about next season.
Well,
I don't
he
know
already
what.
and just
That's
like with
exactly what happened.
the director with Paradise, they've already said, yo, we are not gonna sit on this. We gotta get that second
Okay.
season up and done.
They started
And
filming, I think
they
last
started
week.
They
filming.
yeah,
It'll
Yeah.
be
they
easy
already.
because it's a surface level show.
Oh,
This guy here. So,
It doesn't
look
take
here.
much to write it.
So with this show, we have seen we keep saying renaissance, resurgence of shows with black leads. Some of them are a lot of we are losing a lot of them, but a lot of them are being picked up as well. I know we talked about the residents. I don't know if a season two is going to come from that, but I do feel as if that's one of them shows that can have a season two.
Yeah.
You have I think the show I told you to watch, Jazz, was Reasonable Doubt with Jax. That's getting a season three. Just trying to think of like black shows that
yeah.
You
have,
got Cross.
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 That has that was one of the
Well,
so two of the biggest shows of this year, of course, it's Paradise. Last year was Cross.
right.
Black led, black written. What you was going to say, Anthony?
Oh, I was gonna say you might as well start breaking out your Kleenex because Paradise is only a 3 season series. The
Oh,
creator had already said
I'm
it.
not mad at
He
that.
wrote for three
that's
seasons.
fine. You guys,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
See, a lot of people like there's the one it's white, but everybody was talking about the. I never watched it either. Some show it was on Succession. They say
Oh
Succession
yeah.
is a show like if you get it, we don't need you to try to stretch out what the fuck. Just
Mm-hmm.
give it to us, make it be great, and end when it's great. Make the people that want that shit back and just end it. It's okay. It's okay
Yeah.
to
Well,
end things. Good
look
things
at
come to an end.
Yeah.
another show, Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso, 3 seasons, perfect, well written, done. Now there's rumors there's a fourth season happening.
Mhm.
You don't need it. You don't need it. It was one of the best shows Apple had ever produced. And why are you just you basically pissing on the success that you brought in with the first 3 seasons by making a fourth. Now, am I gonna watch it? Yes, because I'm a fan of Ted Lasso.
See them some up. See them some up.
But
See,
I mean,
if
but
y'all
it's
stop, if you stop supporting that shit, they be like, you know what, we did.
who
just
said I
like
gotta
that.
watch it on Apple TV?
that part.
Oh,
That part.
I definitely watch Sevens on Apple ever. You know, I need that. I got you.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna, well, my next thing within Paradise is who was y'all favorite character? Helene, I'm gonna start with you. Since you got this scowl going on over here.
Face.
Say what?
But that's just my normal face.
She's got Sinatra face.
Just how my face looks.
So answer my question.
I like the little goody goody they thought was the goody goody stupid agent that ended up
Oh,
being
Jane.
the merc of the
Yeah,
group.
Jane.
Yo, she was petty.
Yeah, she was
She
fired.
was.
She was
No,
fired.
she was kind of a loose screw cannon.
Just
I
give her her
enjoyed it.
weed.
I
Just give her
enjoyed
her
it.
weed. That's all you
That's
gotta
all
do.
she wanted.
That's all she
just
wanted.
She wanted to play Wii Sports.
Yeah.
But no, Sinatra, you had to be a thunder cunt.
Right.
And you didn't want to give the woman what she asked for. Now your ass in the
Bruh.
hospital.
She
with a
said,
Bro, that
tray.
hoe-
we should hang up right now.
And
Crazy. I would have been
Sinatra,
so scared.
and Sinatra is it's like Sinatra. I never understood, you know, because you watch these shows and there's always the one person, you know, we say who's the person that's going to make that hard decision when it's time. Now, of course, Jane was the person in this show because Sinatra was like kind of fucked up. She was like, oh my God, she done killed this man's daughter. What am I gonna tell him when he come? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, bitch. You fist to die. Hey, we there's nothing else that you and I
But
need to talk about.
you knew Sinatra had to have somebody that could get their hands dirty because she could talk that shit. Because she threatened the man's daughter, but when it came down to when she actually thought it had happened, that's when she nutted up. Like, you shouldn't have threatened me with it, and you shouldn't have sent this person that you knew would actually do it to go harm this man's daughter, and then get surprised if she was going to actually do it.
She reminded me of Huck and Jake from the Olivia Pope show, Scandal. That's what she reminded me of. Like they going to go get it taken care of. What? You don't think so, Jada?
No.
Why
I don't think
not?
so. I don't know. I don't see those two correlations. I just don't like that comparison.
You must really fuck with Huck and you must really fuck
Yeah, I
with
do
Huck.
fuck with Huck and Jake.
And she really hates
Those
Paradise.
my niggas,
So
but
don't
like
put
I
that
don't
in
care.
there.
I like Paradise. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the series. I just do. I also think that it was a bad show at the same time. I think it's good for like entertainment value, but in terms of like depth and wanting to get something out of it, you're not really going to get that from this.
Yeah, I don't think you were gonna have think
Yeah.
pieces on this series
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah, no, it
You
was.
know.
I mean, it was pretty cut and dry because once you got the story, you was like, oh shit, now we understand.
How many
the stakes.
series did we watch that we're going to get think pieces from?
And then also this series kind
I
of
see
There's a
niggas
shows.
think
few.
piece. I
There's
see
a
niggas
good
think
bit.
piece everything
I
nowadays.
mean, I think the message of the show is class. You have the small majority that's running everything, kind of like.
Really, not even a small minority. It's one person.
But then
If
you
you
also
re-
got those few people that's in the boardroom
Like,
which can't
yeah.
handle things, but you have to have somebody that controls them. So, but
Yeah,
basically, you have
I
the
see what you're
rich,
saying.
the powerful, the small minority that's controlling everything.
Mhm.
So they took all of that into this paradise, which what you see in our country now. The small minority is controlling everything, and we just dealing with their shit. How do you create a paradise and I'm working as your maid? My nigga, no. That's crazy. Sinatra had a maid in her house to collect her food and shit.
Yeah, but if you
Well,
think about it, that maid
But
is
aren't
very
you?
grateful that
I was
they
gonna say
aren't
she's lucky that she
floating.
made it to paradise.
She
Yeah,
didn't get blown up.
Bruh.
exactly.
Would you want to
Her
get blown up or be a maid?
She's like, I'm gonna
Like-
take whatever scraps they
Well,
can give me because I'm glad
Miss
that I'm
Sinatra,
alive.
I was gonna pick up real good. Yes, yes.
I mean, because what's the alternative? So
Yeah.
Right.
I
Getting
mean,
shot by Sinatra. Yeah, this is used.
or getting shot by Billy Pace. Either way.
Put
You
glass in
wrong.
her food.
Billy Pace don't really like that for real though.
I didn't really
Yeah.
understand why everybody was scared of Sinatra. That was like one of my biggest issues
I
with the
think
whole show.
Because she had so many connections. It's one of
Well,
them.
but
It's one of them
that-
situations like that.
because she had
I
money.
don't understand it.
Money,
But like they
but-
didn't even understand. They didn't even explain why she was like so powerful. Like her thing from
'Cause she
being
had
like super
money.
rich to all of a sudden being this lady that's just like
And it's
She,
her
but
the
it,
boss
demeanor.
of
it was,
everyone. I
Yeah.
don't understand it.
After
it
her
was,
kid died, her whole demeanor changed.
Right.
Because
it was,
Clay even said, like, when she gets into a room, everybody focuses on her. So it's like the energy that she brings into it. Like, she
Yeah.
wanted to crash out so many times, but she didn't. She definitely didn't crash out in front of all the people when they were in panic mode. So it's just the energy and stuff that she brings to a room.
Well, but also she also had a secret weapon, and that was Gabriella.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the psychiatrist, because that's who kept her grounded even when she was doing her most evilest shit.
But
So
that's
how she
also
gonna
And
turn
she
that
used,
evil just because her
but she
son
used
died?
Gabriella also to get everybody's dirt. If Gabriella
yes,
was doing all these interviews with people, I mean, think about like what the fuck, the Mockingbird movies.
hmm
Oh boy,
Hunger
Finn says,
Games?
yeah, Hunger Games. Finn says I deal in secrets. I don't fuck with money.
yeah,
Secrets
yeah,
pay
because
me out
money,
way better than money will ever do. So Sinatra not only had money, but she had everybody's secrets as well.
exactly. But she
I would
also
have
had
just
the
killed
power to
her.
throw your ass out that mountain too.
yeah,
So if
so
you
she was
really,
Littlefinger,
that's what
yeah,
she sound like, a female Littlefinger.
yeah, I
but with
mean
the
it.
money.
But yeah, exactly. But again, knowledge is a much more potent currency
Mhm.
than actual money. Because if I know shit about you, oh, I own you. You are not. I own you. There is nothing you could do. The only way you can get out of it is
Taking you out.
it's taking yourself, or removing yourself from this plane of existence. I own you, Cal. I own you, Cal's daddy. Thank you for the hookups and how to break through this mountain. But your son, I own him, and he's gonna do everything that needs to be done on my bidding. And even when Cal got two piece with a biscuit and he laid beautifully on the ground, look at the vice president that became president.
He was a bitch. He
The
was a bitch from
ultimate
jump.
goober.
Oh.
He was a
He
bitch
was,
in a flashback, so we couldn't
yeah.
expect him to no longer be a bitch during present day.
Oh my God, when he fell and dropped all the
All
papers
the
with the confidential
yeah,
secrets.
confidential,
Oh my
confidential.
goodness.
Don't touch it. It's just like
You don't touch it. And I'm just sitting there going, I am so glad this world is ending. I don't want to be around you. But no, Sinatra was the G of the whole series of this season. But
Well,
again,
until she was.
right.
exactly. That's why I'm saying you're hard and you're big and bad until you're not. And
Yeah.
she realized, like all dictators, all maniacal rulers, all villains, all baddies, whatever you want to call them, you are as strong as your moment, as the moment allows you to be. And once that moment ends,
No, I don't think that goes for all maniacal killers. She just did not have it in her. She
well,
had
she's not
money,
the
she had
killer.
connection.
She's the button pusher, but she ain't no killer.
But she wasn't
She's just
even
a
when it came
random white lady
even when
with
it came
money.
down, she is. Even when it came
Yeah.
down to telling somebody else to do the work, she couldn't actually fucking do it. Like she said take those people out, those random ass people with Billy Pace, but when it came time for her to do it to somebody that she actually knew of or whatever that had a connection with, she couldn't do that shit.
Well, but then again, you got to
Sinatra
understand to
wasn't
take
nothing but a bored soccer mom. That's it.
true,
Yep.
but
I
those
agree.
people she took out would have taken the power she had.
Correct.
Because once people would have heard, oh my goodness, wait, there is life out there. Pack up, let's roll.
I got a question for y'all. If
I
y'all was
don't
in
think people would have
Sinatra's,
left.
if y'all was in
Well, no,
Sinatra's
many
shoes,
would.
would
Somebody would have.
y'all have done the same thing she did, or would you have just been like, oh, y'all can go check out what's upstairs?
I would let you go.
I would let him go
Yeah,
too. If you want to go die, go die.
Because I
I think,
promise you, it's not better than what's going on down here. You'll be
Yeah,
but
you
back.
know how
Would you
delicious
take
those.
would you take the
but
risk though?
I think her risk
No.
comes from. But I think her risk comes from if you were to leave this place and go out. What are you going? Are you
What are
coming
you
back
going out
here?
to?
What are you coming back here? Because once you leave here, you need to stay your ass out. I don't know what.
Yeah,
you
I
gonna
wouldn't
bring
let you
back
come. If
into
I
this
were her,
bubble.
I would let you leave, but you can't come back because one, they were worried about radiation and all of that kind of shit. You can't come back here. So
Mhm.
you can leave. You have the freedom to go, but I'm not leaving. If I
Would you,
got picked
Mhm.
to come to paradise and then I have the unknown up there and we know there was a tsunami and floods and ash and volcanoes and all of this, I'm not going back up there.
so if you were
Which
her,
is
would you take
good.
the risk of people leaving and the chance of them bringing others with them to try to break into paradise? And I think
I,
that's what her biggest thing
I got
was.
weapons.
Well,
I'll
you
be all
had
right.
weapons.
Well, if the bitch would have let people go and started being and was acting right, she would have still had a cache of
Right.
weapons.
So you would,
You can go, bitch. I will go and close this mountain. This
Blow
shit will
that
be like
bitch
the
up.
door on Harry Potter that can't nobody find until it's time. You won't find the opening to this motherfucker again unless I want you to.
so okay, I see where her lane is at. Would anybody else take that risk?
You
And
know what?
letting
I'll be
people
honest. I am
leave.
good in
For some
paradise.
kids.
Thank you.
I'm
No,
good in
I'm
paradise.
saying if you were Sinatra, would you let people go out to see if everything is
Oh,
with the chance of them possibly
oh,
coming back and bringing others
Oh
with
yeah,
them?
no, I would tell them they can leave, but
yeah. But you
that's
can't
your
come
yeah,
back.
it's that's your one
Would
way.
you, so
That's a
your
one way
biggest
ticket.
risk is would you trust them not to bring others to try to break into paradise? And
They're
that's I
The
definitely
think
gonna
funny,
that's what the
bring
big
people back.
that's
They're
what I'm
definitely gonna bring
saying.
people
right?
back, but like
But
you should plan for that. Like
yeah,
you should
and
But
plan
that's
for
that's
the
the
people
thing.
trying to
risk.
break into
But
your
there was
little
a plan.
bunker.
That's why you didn't see the hanger until
Yeah,
the
that's
end
the
of the season.
contingency.
She
Hmm.
knew where, like they say, the bodies are buried. She knew where the doors were.
Hmm.
And when Xavier them found out, it's like, wait a minute, you had all this? Wait, what's going on? So again, she had the knowledge which would have kept her good. But if I was her and people are like, well, we want to get out. Hey, I'm like Martin Payne. There's the door. Get to stepping. Ain't
Nigga,
no
I'll
coming back though.
blindfold you, take you out here, drop you the fuck off, and go
Goodbye.
back, and be like, you're not gonna find the way back in here. So I'm not worried
Good
about
night.
y'all coming
Goodbye.
back.
If I take anybody
Dropping
blind,
somebody
if
off
I
in the
take
wasteland
anybody,
is crazy.
if I take anybody out in blindfold, I'm shooting them in the back of the head and leave, and
And just
I
dropping them.
never have to worry. I never have to
Why?
worry about it because you could have just left.
But
Don't
why
make
you
me
gotta
do
turn
you
into a murder for no reason?
because
Let them bitches go die in the wilderness on their own.
because now I don't have to worry about them doing what I thought they was gonna
Why
do
you gotta
anyway.
live with that though? They gotta live with killing these
Oh,
random
I got,
people
I
that
got,
just
oh, I
want to
got, I
go
got.
waste away in the radiation. Let
I
them
don't
go
have to.
waste away.
I don't have to live with it. I just have to keep living. I don't got to worry about that.
Jada,
I did what was best. I did what was best for my people. They
Jada,
they chose.
anybody. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead,
That's what I'm
Jason.
saying,
No,
Jason.
go
I'm
ahead. Go
like,
ahead.
Oh
yeah,
no,
they
I'm gonna
left
say
all
it like
over.
this.
Got a stack of bodies
Every
outside the fuck.
I'm gonna just use an old Star Trek reference. Anybody who says I am leaving this mountain has now become a red shirt. And you know what we do to red shirts?
That's terrible.
Rockabye, baby.
Let them
Good
people
night.
go.
You
Let them
gotta
people
go.
Not
go
the
to their
rockabye,
radiation
baby.
area. That's it.
Well, but that's
So
the thing. There was life. So we know radiation wasn't that big of a deal. And what they were thinking about with radiation was the nukes that were coming. What nobody knew was what Cal did. And
That
that's
was
the
one of my
thing.
issues as well.
I
would you
That
actually
have
shit made no
destroyed them?
I
fucking
like that.
sense.
I like
Would
Ooh.
that.
you
That
have
shit
Did you
made
see?
included them?
no sense.
What decision would you have made, Jada?
Right.
You are the president of the
All
United
right.
States.
If I'm
You
the
can
president, yes,
EMP or blowing it up.
he made the right decision, right? In
Hmm.
terms of stopping the missiles. But that
Right.
shit made no sense. So what happened? You turned it off and the missiles just fell to the ground and blew up? Because they still
No,
nuked. They
Don't
no,
planted.
blow.
missiles don't blow
They
up
still
until
hit.
they hit the no,
They was
they
already in the
drop.
air,
Upon
remember? So they
impact.
just
Right.
drop and then just explode wherever they at,
No,
No,
killing
they don't
people.
it's not
explode.
like
There's a
the
bunch of
old atom
a
bombs.
bunch of but there's a bunch of missiles in like over
But
Germany
then
that
the
are still like
tsunami
buried in
is
ground
coming
that
and everything
never.
too. The
It's not
tsunami is
gonna explode.
coming.
It's
There's
not gonna make them
earthquakes
explode though.
coming. You telling me there's just nukes just laying around
Well,
in the ground
Yeah, there's
and
still
it's
some
just
in
yeah.
still on
Germany
people's
just
heads and their houses
chilling
like
in
the planes?
fields.
No, they
That's
don't
You gonna
nuts.
blow
take
up.
them?
That's a nuts
Yeah, they don't blow
concept.
up.
So we
The
got
circuitry is what triggers it. So if you
right.
hit an EMP,
Yes.
the circuitry goes out and it's
Yep.
just metal that's falling. It
Mhm.
has
Right.
to have a chain reaction go, but
Right.
the circuitry, excuse me, initiates the chain
They still
reaction
had
for
to
the
fall
nukes
out
to
the
pop.
sky.
Well, they're
But
gonna
then
fall
it-
out of the
Mad
sky and
people
hit you on your
shit?
head,
Like the
but they won't
planes?
explode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was basically falling like planes. They fell like planes. They
Yeah, like
just
Yeah,
planes.
in
So
different
but
everything
they
places.
just
don't.
dropped out the sky when he hit the
Right,
booty.
Yeah,
but they won't.
yeah.
You won't get
And that
a.
was better.
You won't
You
get the
won't get a nuke.
explosion.
You
Better
won't get
than
the explosion.
it's way better than the explosion that was going.
Yeah.
There's a
That's
But
like
here's the
movie
thing.
called Pearl
Everybody's
Harbor.
dying
You should
already.
watch that, or maybe just look up, what happened to Hiroshima.
That is my
Back in
favorite historical era. I am a geek about that era. Yeah. I know
why?
Okay, well
everything about
then
it. I don't know.
Like a
Did
one
you know?
like think about
Did
it.
you know Jazz
A
and
one
But
ton nuke falling out the sky is the equivalent of a 1 ton pickup truck falling out the sky. Like it's gonna kill maybe
mhm.
2-3 people.
well
I
no,
don't know.
the
I don't know
initial
about
explosion
that.
might take you out, but it's the
But they're not gonna
blowback
be if
and
he does
It's
the
better than the
EMP like
nuke. It's
he's supposed
100%
to, and
better
we're
than
just
the
talking
nuke.
about the nukes just falling out of
right.
the sky after he's pressed the EMP. We're just talking about a
hmm
1 ton nuke falling out of the sky as a
Well,
projectile at that point.
the EMP
Okay.
was a good move because you don't want to irradiate the soil. One, two,
Okay.
the ash that's falling. You're going into what they call nuclear winter anyway, where
hmm
the ash is so thick it
Oh,
covers the
you're gonna have
sun.
some Chernobyl type shit going on if that was the case.
Right.
Well, nuclear winter also goes with volcanic ash. The same thing happened when the asteroid hit Earth and wiped out the dinosaurs, right? It took the sun away.
That
So
didn't
when the
what?
happen.
sun goes bye-bye.
That didn't happen.
And
Yeah.
so if him doing what Cal did doing the EMP, it
He
really made
saved
me
a lot
laugh
of
because
people.
he saved a lot of people, even though the tsunami might have did some more damage as well. Because keep in mind, the scientists told them when they said, well, when will it end? Oh,
hmm
it'll end when it ends because the tsunami is going to go from pole to pole and the gravity is going to keep whipping it back and forth. But
But
with
It's gonna
the
be
somehow
like
the wife
it's gonna
survived
be
in
like slapping
Atlanta.
a fat bitch. It's just gonna wave and then
yeah,
wave back and then
and
wave
wave
until
back.
it's gonna stop when it stops.
I mean, it's
But the
Atlanta though.
beauty,
Everything in
Just went
Atlanta
over it.
survives.
pretty much
Yeah,
strip
No,
clubs,
it's not just
Magic
Atlanta,
City did
nigga.
not go under.
and Magic City going
Niggas,
crazy.
niggas is
Like
doing this.
shit.
But the beauty of it is Cal sent humanity back to the ice age, if not the stone age.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is
People the
that
day after tomorrow.
yeah, but he also made their enemies have to go back.
Mm-hmm.
China, Russia, their technology is done. It's over with. And with EMPs, it takes decades, if I remember reading it right. After EMP goes off, it takes a while for anything electrical to come back. So while they're chilling in the mountain, eating vegan loaded fries and living their best life, everybody else is trying to survive this nuclear winter. Now, season 2, we're gonna see what happens when Xavier goes outside.
Yeah.
Now, we don't know.
Be
They might be
outside.
having house parties. You know,
I doubt
the
it.
Kappas and
Shit.
Omegas are probably having step shows.
And he
I
gonna
hope
Groove
say
they
Fest is
not
going
having
on.
house
Yeah,
parties. If they having
hey,
house parties in
Anthony.
season 2, they need to cancel
He's
it.
gonna come out. He's gonna
Listen,
come out. He's gonna fly out the mountain land, and it's gonna be niggas shimmying all over the
Just
place.
listen,
No,
his
you
wife
gonna
gonna
go
be
to
getting picked up by an Omega. He gonna be barking in
thank
her
you.
ear, and I'm gonna be like,
Yes.
yes,
Yes,
sis.
I understand. I mean, we don't know what humanity is going through. And my only thing, and I know this is not going to happen, there's not going to be any mutations or disfigurements. It's just going to be people living a basic, almost animalistic life. You're in your basis now. And the only thing that made me say, okay, technology did survive in a certain aspect was the fact that radio waves still move because there were, hi, I'm so and so, I'm looking for my wife. Hey, I'm so and so. They were doing shout outs like it was video music box. I want to give a shout out to my cousin who got saved by
You think?
President Cal. Yo, nigga, what's up? I need a ride.
Do you think she met up with her boo before or after she did that recording?
Oh, she got fucked. I think
ma'am,
during.
that woman loves her husband.
It's a Brazzers moment.
Stop trying to hold this woman out. She loved her husband.
But does he love her? Because we saw him get him
Yes.
some.
No, but he thought she was
He love her
dead,
too
though.
much.
He said, it's look so
But
it's
He
not
really
different.
loved his wife.
Does it not
And
count?
then you see how long, but you see how long that shit took too.
It took
A day.
how long?
He didn't
It
even
took
fuck with her
years.
earlier in that day. Wait a
They,
minute.
No,
They were
they
in
were
the
down there
mountain
for
for a couple of
years.
years.
But look, how long did it take that therapist to get in that shower with him? A
Hey,
motherfucking day.
that's
We're not
true.
talking about
Look
that. We're
though,
talking
days.
about how
but
long.
listen,
Look,
That's true.
listen.
Hold on. He shouldn't have
She
been
knew his
fucking that
secrets.
therapist.
She knew his secrets
You
though.
just met this
She knew his
chick.
She knew his
No.
secrets.
Just because
She
she
did.
asked you about your daddy, you gonna show her that nice ass body
yeah,
after
Hey,
the
look.
first day?
that man has
Sep-
been celibate without his wife for like I think they said 3 years.
Probably because ain't nobody
been,
tried
yeah,
to
3, 4
holler at him
years.
in those 3
Nigga,
years. But soon
look
as
at him. You know good and goddamn well
and
this
I
guy tried to fuck.
saw how quick his ass gave that
But-
dick up. The
What
same
But
options?
also, no, but
what options
understand.
did he have? Sinatra, the president's fling.
I mean, this
come
is full
on.
for
There was
25,000
women
people
there.
or whatever.
They
They
You
got
they
a
weren't- they
There was
weren't-
women
barbershop
there.
and a
They
beauty
didn't
supply
look.
store. It's
They
women
they
walking around.
There
they didn't
was
look like
women
Hold on.
there.
they didn't like the therapist. They didn't look like the
Hey.
therapist.
Oh, so you mean to tell me she got to look good for you to be like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and fuck her. Like,
I
In
don't
These are the
in
care.
last
pan-
women
in the
left on earth.
pandemic.
You're going to fuck who you got.
Oh, yeah,
In the
because that
pandemic?
waitress,
You're
that
right. So
waitress
hopefully,
was
Oh,
gonna
hopefully,
get him.
so
No.
look,
That
so look,
waitress
so
was gonna get
If
him.
that white
Anthony,
bitch with the
stop
vegan
it,
teeth.
Anthony.
The waitress.
Anthony, stop it.
So
Nah,
look, so look.
I ain't gonna let you get that
So
off.
look, no. So
Pickles
look,
and all.
Jason, hold on. We gotta hold Anthony
Shut
accountable
up.
for that shit.
You can hold me
Sir.
accountable.
Since that was crying in her car,
That's what I'm saying.
He
Right.
gonna be
Eating her
feeding.
snacks?
He gonna be.
That
He
just
gonna be
wanted to
feeding
eat
her.
everybody's French
He gonna
fries.
be feeding
Like,
her.
no,
And,
nigga,
and
stop.
guess
eating
what?
3 to 4 packs a day? No.
That's all right. Vegan loaded fries? Shit.
Nigga, and this
I'd
is from
rather
one.
take that
This is
than
from one
Adrian
fat
Robertson.
motherfucker to another fat motherfucker. That was a sloppy fat motherfucker. You wasn't fun to fuck
That's
that girl,
look, I am svelte. I'll be all
nigga.
right. But it was
Anthony
never
So
gonna be
and
me
so
and
see,
Adrian Robertson. Not with
and
that
see,
nappy ass wig.
you see what he's and see my thought process is okay. So if we the
And she
last
fucking the
people,
president. She don't want me.
if we the last people left,
Right? She
I have
definitely had a white. I'm fucking a white man wig. What
Exactly.
they say, hard wig, soft
She
light.
was.
Yeah.
She was fucking a white man.
So
So her
She was
wig wasn't
Candace
lying.
Owens. She was Candace Owens.
Go ahead, Jason. I'm
Take
sorry.
it how you
I
want.
said, so for me, I'm thinking if we in this this realm that we in, and ain't that many niggas left. I gotta be somewhere along with what got saved. The top Sterling would be above me, but I would be right there, be close to getting at the therapist.
Jason,
You wouldn't.
you got that shit for paradise, but you had all the smoke for people in From talking about you wouldn't fuck around on your wife if she was out in the real world when you in that From town where you
Oh, you
can't even
definitely got
leave.
fucking from.
And you got motherfucking creatures trying to eat
It's a
you
little
every
different.
night.
That's a little
How?
different.
It's
That's a
But
not.
I feel, but
Stressful
from,
environment.
but
No.
in
You gotta
from
do
It's
you,
something.
right. You could die. If you
Yeah.
leave
no,
your
but in
window
from you
open.
feel like you know for a
Nah,
fact the real
niggas.
world is out there, and
And
your
I
wife
know
is
that I
out
can't
there.
get out too. I know for a fact
But we don't know
I'm
that.
stuck.
We don't know
I
that.
know
You
I'm
stuck.
stuck. I might as well
And
do
who?
what I need
You
to
don't
You
do.
know
done been
that.
there for 2 years, my nigga. You ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere.
And so
Your husband,
who am I from? Let me make
you could
sure.
be any nigga from
The
it
sheriff.
doesn't matter.
The sheriff wife died. He killed her. So
See,
yes,
Jason,
I'm knocking the next one.
Jason, you just got in this. No, you've been in this town for 6
You was
fucking
one of them
months,
random.
and
You
your
was one of them
wife,
random motherfuckers that made it off the bus. Then
right?
what?
You was a
Yeah.
bus nigga, and your wife is
And-
out there at the movies, and you
And
stuck
y'all
here.
mad with me because I want
We
the
holding
vegan
everybody
fried
accountable.
You
can't
We
you
holding
want me?
everybody accountable,
It's
Anthony.
different.
So
But
matter, you know what?
Jason,
Oh, it's
Matter of fact, hold on,
different.
wait.
Okay, it's different.
Okay, so pause. Time out. Last week, Jazz said she went on a date to the movies to go see Magazine Dreams. Did
I
y'all
felt
hold
sorry for
hands
you when I
watching
heard
this?
that.
Oh
Was y'all
wow.
holding hands? Did y'all share
What
popcorn?
does this have to do? What does
It
this have to do
nothing.
with the movie?
It
The
does.
show,
We
sir.
we holding people
Oh,
accountable.
this is what he
But
wanted
she
to
Oh,
brought
wait
it.
man.
on at the
Yes.
middle
Oh
of the
yes. But we
episode.
since we holding people accountable, Jay, you said you went on a date to the movies last week. Tell us about the date.
No, that
No,
has
no,
nothing to
we
do
gotta
with
finish.
this.
The random
No,
That's
story time.
Jason, you
But
on a whole nother one,
women,
sir.
look at the women. Look at the women. Y'all will hold a sister
And y'all get
down.
mad with me
Listen,
because I like a
Nigga,
pink
that
one
has
hat.
nothing to
nothing.
do with
Very
nothing.
irrelevant.
Jason,
It is.
if-
We talking about what niggas would do in pressing
Look,
situations.
let
Jazz
her
on a date.
have-
Why ain't her going to the
situation.
movies pressing?
Let
That's
her
not-
have that
It's
movie
the
date because we
movies.
need her to find some love in her life that is gonna say, I'm not gonna fuck this nigga right off top if my husband go dying. Because right now she fucking whoever, like 10 minutes into
Oh.
to the apocalypse, she's like, who's free? So
She
let her
breaking
find
vows
love.
already.
First
So
off, let me
that-
correct Elaine, 30. 30 minutes.
30, my bad.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
20
clock
minute
at 20.
difference. Yeah.
I got a car playlist, and I gotta let that shit play out. And then I'll be like, all right, so he gone for real. Let me check out my
You got to
options.
look. I got to give it to Jazz. At least she said, I need 30 minutes to be, to go from classy woman to straight slut.
We're
Let her be.
about to die, Anthony. We could
No,
die
I mean,
next week.
then you go with your
That's what I'm saying.
your base nature. If you feel you got to jump on the bone, jump on that bone. Just
Listen.
like I said, loaded vegan fry, can't go having waitress.
I want
Go
better
Look at
ahead.
what you gotta aim higher. You gotta aim
Yeah,
higher.
it's definitely
There
people
is
better
no
than
higher.
The
James.
Sinatra
there's
crazy.
way better
James
people
was
than the
right there.
waitress.
There is a
You
big
see what
gap of
happened?
women between Sinatra and Kankles.
I did not see him because the president
The
wife,
fuck?
she cuckoo. The president ex is gone.
Nigga, whatever.
The bitch couldn't cook. Did you see any of these women cook in the show other than the Kanko half waitress?
Oh Lord,
And
Jesus.
delicious
We
food.
didn't
I
even
need
see
you
her
to-
cook. Honestly,
She
we just
don't
saw her
cook, nigga.
handing out plates.
She just kept bringing
and
them fucking
eating.
fries as she was eating them off of other people's
She
plates with her
cooked.
fat ass.
I didn't see
Cooked.
no vegetables at all in the show.
None.
That was the
It
vegetable.
was all
The fries
vegan.
were the vegetable.
It's
It's vegan.
everything is vegan.
Oh
Everything
shit,
is
that's
vegan.
right.
It's
They
all-
don't have
it's
no
all
meat
healthy.
down there at all.
No.
And you think I'm about to go 6 months
but
without
it's
some
not
dick?
sustainable.
There ain't no meat to eat. You wild.
You
Not
can't
Jazz.
sustain. There's no.
Jazz-
It couldn't be
Jazz
sustained.
gonna
That's
sit
why
down.
they went
Y'all
that
gonna
route.
walk around stressed as hell,
I'm
be
gonna get
all
mine somewhere.
irritated. Jazz, why you in a good mood? Like we stuck down here.
Jazz, like,
I knew
look,
what I needed to do.
Y'all,
Like I didn't
I'm
come down to this
starving.
motherfucker with my rose or some shit. Nigga, come shit, whatever.
Wait a
Look,
minute,
speaking of items that you would bring down to paradise,
nigga.
great
What?
pivot. But if y'all were in a situation where you had to bring 3 items with you, which 3 items are you bringing? Jada, I'm gonna start with you.
God.
It's okay. It's a safe space. What you bringing?
I'm going to bring the hair products because I don't know what y'all was talking about earlier, but I ain't seen no beauty supply stores down there, and I ain't seen no bundles, no wigs, no nothing. I'm gonna need that if I need to live.
No tumbleweaves.
I ain't seen none of it. What I'm supposed to do? So,
You should trust me.
Shit.
no,
Trust the
I'm not supposed
process.
to do that. So we're gonna bring that, and we're gonna help
I'm sure the
everybody
last
out.
bitch he told that to is regretting it.
Go ahead, Jada. Nope.
I'm gonna bring my
Uh-uh.
kid because I'm obligated to do that. So I feel like she makes the list.
Oh, I hate that. Your child is not an item. Or are
But
they?
do she got a band already?
Oh,
Yeah.
She
that's
comes
true.
Yeah.
with you. She got one.
Yeah,
she
she
Come
comes
with you,
with
so
you.
she got a
with you.
band.
All right,
Yeah.
so she there. So I'm gonna need her tablet. She's
Nah, that's
annoying.
a parent shit.
I need something to
That's
keep her occupied.
Keep her to shut
She
up.
gotta
That's
be
a parent
occupied.
shit.
And I'm gonna have a big suitcase of food because all of the food seems super trash down here. So I need my snacks. I need some preservatives. I'm gonna need things to munch on. And then my bonus item and my backup item was like video
The fuck?
games. Yeah, I had a backup item because it seemed like I could run an underground circuit with the video games. I don't know what was the deal with them being a hot commodity, but if I
Hey, look.
if I was the person with
mean,
all of the
It's like
games,
If that
anytime
bitch was
you
willing,
you know,
if that bitch was willing to kill over the weed, I'm saying.
It's real in
All
them
right.
streets.
She gonna
Anthony.
ask you. So let me get the game up off you, sister.
Oh man,
Wait.
three
What happened
items.
to Jada, y'all?
She gone. Outside.
She
She
gone.
outside.
that would be
Anthony.
accidentally killed over a Wii,
Yeah, you would.
over a Nintendo Switch.
It's like
Yeah.
yeah, exactly because I'd be like, oh, damn, it's hard.
Anthony, what's your 3 items?
Oh man, it would probably be all 3 of my gaming systems. But if I had to Sophie
Nigga.
choice it,
Y'all
I
some
need you to
nerds.
shut up. It's my turn. No, but I say it out of love. Chill.
I said it out of love. LOVE. LOVE.
Oh man, that's hard. That's hard. No, I would take one of my gaming systems. I'm I need music. I have to have music. So I know this wouldn't be working as well, but I'd take my phone for my music and
They had
I
a music
would-
catalog down there. Remember the library?
Or you can
Girl, I wanna
download
hear
stuff on your
Guns N'
device.
Roses. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, you could
So,
do it on
yeah.
your band. Well, fuck you, AT&T. Goodbye, iPhone.
Like fuck you, AT&T.
Damn. So I already got music. I got my video game system with the games. That's one item. I'm telling you now, it's all digital, so it's all
Wait.
in there.
Oh, I was gonna say, how is that?
That's one item.
All right.
I
Shut your
got-
face.
okay.
Digital is law. I have to take. I'm gonna take one book, and if it's one
One?
book, Well, it's an item. I can't take my whole library. That's more than one, right? Because I know the library wouldn't have it. It would be my copy of Iceberg Slim's Pimp. Because I'm gonna
Nigga.
do something. I'm gonna do something up in that damn mountain. Somebody gonna be selling some strange for some change to
The
put on
lady
my
with the
band.
fries. You gonna have a ton of tricks.
We here.
I can see it.
Vegan and
Sucking
veg,
that
buddy.
cheese off her toes. I can
All
see
that
it.
damn
Hey.
cheese and shit. You're gonna need to bring some lube with you because I'm sure that cheese and dried her the fuck up. So
That's all right.
It's vegan
Back-
cheese though.
It's
It ain't
vegan.
doing nothing.
It makes you go to the bathroom. You're fine. So, okay, I got my book, and damn, what else? Oh,
I wish somebody
That's
would say
simple.
lube as an option, man.
fuck that.
People
Some
can pick whatever they
Murray
want.
Sport and Wave.
They better have some
this nigga said
motherfucking.
sport and wave.
Sport and Wave. Even though I ain't got much hair, I'm gonna grow a wave or two.
Okay.
He gonna grow him a wave in paradise.
If Jada can ask for bundles and bring beauty products,
That's
I
true.
could bring
Anthony,
some
let's
Murray
not
Sport and
discriminate.
Waves
That's your list. Ain't nothing wrong with your list. Helene, what is on your list?
with no do rag. I'm fucked.
I'm bringing family pictures.
Yeah, get a.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm bringing my
Family, this
dog.
nigga.
The fuck?
You can't have a
bringing it-
dog.
I'm
You
bringing
gotta
my
sneak.
white. I
gotta
am
sneak
bringing
the
my
dog
white
in.
bitch. That is
You gonna
fine.
bring
I'm
the
bringing
white
my.
bitch?
I'm bringing the white bitch.
oh.
I'm snitching off top.
Why?
No,
Why you
don't do
snitching my
that. Don't
dog?
do
That's
that.
what you get for talking shit. They shouldn't
I
have
need
been
a
talking shit.
companion.
I'm
I
snitching.
mean, that is the name of the podcast that we're a part of. Promo.
Right. And I'm gonna bring like if I bring a suitcase of items, is that one item or can I
I
only
did a
bring
stand
suitcase
one
y'all
item,
item?
niggas.
so
Like,
I did a
I-
suitcase packed with everything I could afford.
I-
so
I'm
I think
bringing
it counts.
I'm gonna bring a suitcase of sex toys. If I only have to
A
bring
whole
one, I'm bringing my
suitcase of-
rose.
She could. Never mind.
Ma'am,
That's
what
what's
is
up.
that buzzing?
That's your three. That's
Yeah.
They were
okay.
like, hold up.
Jason.
She put it
Well,
on the table.
This, if you were traveling smart, you take one battery out so it doesn't cut on by itself, so the battery isn't
Correct.
killed. But Jason,
Yeah,
what are
but
your three?
But the rose
They still
doesn't
got
run on
batteries in
batteries.
toys?
It's
I think so.
chargeable.
It's chargeable.
Oh well, you ain't got to worry
Okay.
about that then.
Almost
They still got-
everything
they
is
still-
chargeable
It's gonna
these
be
days.
vibrating.
I think y'all got batteries in them now?
Yeah, everything is chargeable these
I thought
days.
that was over with because you could.
What you
Jason.
playing with, Jazz? It's not
Jazz over there getting
1997.
electrocuted.
Step up into now.
Sorry, guys. Look,
Suction cup dildo ain't got no batteries in it.
What?
So
There you go.
Suction
Jason.
cup. Where did the suction go? You know what?
She's got
Wherever
her
you
own
want it
it's in the
to.
shower in the room.
Right,
Jason,
wherever you
what-
want to do. The fuck?
We got
Jason,
a room
what are
of
your three?
lifesavers? That bitch just be sitting across. Okay, you know what? I'm taking my PS5. So there is no Wi-Fi, right? No.
Did you
I
ain't
don't-
seen
I
none?
was-
So
No.
It wasn't clear.
I
Because
mean,
the
they were
show was
paying the-
written at the
well-
lowest level possible.
Okay.
So
Oh
I can't-
wow!
I
So
can't-
that's
I
what
can't.
made it bad. There was no Wi-Fi password, Jada.
there was no.
I mean, but they
details.
had-
There's no
they had
details
they had
of
the
the whole
bands.
show.
They had computers.
a
They had the
network.
band. They had a
Yeah,
there's a-
network. I
there
think
was
they
a
had
network.
Wi-Fi.
So they
I would-
probably
I
had
would-
Wi-Fi?
Well, you know what? I can't. So I'm not gonna take my tablet. So I'm gonna go with my record player.
He gonna take
Switch
that ring
that.
light he's using.
I'm not taking that for what am I gonna do with that?
Cause he a bad bitch.
That part. That part.
Come on, yeah, no,
Come
come
on.
on. Chill out. So PS5, record player. The last thing.
Are you going to take
I'm
records for the
say-
record player?
I mean,
Well, you could get them out the
that's a
library.
given. That's a
It's
given.
It's not a given actually because
It's
they
not.
It's a given.
the way
because
It's a given.
the
Jazz
question
said one
said
item. That's why
one
we said, "Are
item,
you
but
going
y'all-
to bundle these items?"
You gotta
It's
have
a record-
suitcase
it's a
with
bu-
your
it's a
record
bu-
player
it's
and
a
records
bundle.
in the suitcase.
Jason, a bundle is multiple items together.
Okay, well that's cool. That's cool. That's all I need then. That's all I need in my life is sin.
But y'all niggas be making y'all own rules, so does it
That's
matter?
my life. That's all I need in my life is sin. My
What's your
record.
three
So
items?
so what I gotta take? What I gotta take? One record now?
I don't get. I said one
Put
item.
it
That was
all
a
in the
question.
suitcase. Put it all in the suitcase. The item is a suitcase filled with record stuff.
Yep.
I gotta start explaining shit for real.
Jazz,
But
what is yours besides
Mine-
foot lotion?
Right.
mine is going to be my ab wheel, my
Okay.
Nintendo 64, and my rose.
Okay.
But
This nigga
Helene
still
beat
trying
me.
This nigga's still trying to work out down there.
Yeah,
Hell
well, no,
fuck yes, because I'm be walking around half naked.
wasn't
What?
Xander. Oh, okay.
I don't think that's allowed in paradise.
Yeah.
How you know? What you
She
mean?
Cuz you
hating.
saw
She don't
you
know.
saw
She
that
just
little
hating.
I
you
can't
saw
have no
all
crop top.
the horses and the little the
Oh, fuck
fake
that.
They don't
That's
donuts
even
only
sell
because
crop
and they're
tops in the store. They don't even sell crop tops down
I
there.
can make
no
a
crop
crop top
tops.
at the house because I got scissors.
I'm
Like
sorry, but
there's
Jazz,
no clothing restrictions. That's
That seems like
crazy.
an
Jazz.
indecency
How?
exposure type
If I
thing.
wear a crop top,
Yeah.
No, you okay?
You
crop
Crop
you
top.
top.
make you
I
making
thought
the
you
you
said
you
when you
making the big
said
people
half
not you making the
naked.
big
I'm
people
thinking
upset.
you walking around topless like a stud, and
Anthony,
I would have
no.
had a problem.
No, no,
Okay,
not.
okay, all right.
No,
I just wanted to make sure. I was like,
no,
come on, Jazz,
I said
you
this
are a
the other
woman of
day.
distinction.
Have you
no.
not seen her Twitter? It's gonna be biking shorts and a crop top, sir.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said this the other
oh,
day.
so
She ain't
yeah,
got
she
no
really
titties.
does live in the '90s. You gonna have a fanny pack too?
I wear one to the gym. It holds
You
my
bitch.
keys.
I hate you. I can't
Just her
stand
keys.
your
Ain't
It,
ass.
nothing else in there.
A key.
what else? What the fuck
key.
you think I gotta? It's really
Oh,
thin. It holds my
snacks,
keys.
nigga. I don't know.
You said who?
Snacks, nigga. I don't know.
Why am I taking snacks to the gym? What the fuck?
Protein.
Wait, you
Protein
really think I
bars.
do?
Protein
Fuck
bars.
no. Well, I literally go to the gym to work out. I do not go there to eat snacks and have conversations. This narrative that I just go to the gym and just sit is we're killing it today.
You don't
This
do
no, I don't do none of
pre-workout?
that shit.
Okay.
No,
Oh, okay.
I go there.
Natural.
No, Anthony, trauma
All-
and emotions is what pushes me at the gym.
Like
I
that's what
understand now,
drives me.
Mandinga.
I ain't gonna be no bitch. I ain't gonna be no bitch. I ain't gonna be no bitch.
Like, I'm gonna escape the plantation. Fuck all of this.
And then sadly, she walks around like a red flag. But it is what it is.
You know, men do not see red flags. They
They
colorblind.
No,
don't.
we sure don't.
They
Because
don't.
red means go.
We know.
I see them.
Well,
I see them.
stick with the bear. Oh, wait.
I see
There's no
them.
bears in paradise. Good luck.
You see them? You see
I
them?
see them. I see
Is
them
is a
well.
red flag able to see other red flags?
No. Fuck no. Fuck no.
They feel like a shot.
Well,
I don't know.
But that makes sense because Billy Pace couldn't see that Jane was a psycho just like him.
That part.
Billy Pace,
Yep.
the worst
Billy.
character in the show. So
Oh no, Billy was cool.
he was the worst
cool.
character
Wasn't
on the
two
show.
episodes.
What made him cool?
He
I don't know.
was
It was just
cool.
something
He was a
about
cool
him.
white dude.
They
He's a
wrote
cool
him so
cat.
they
Nah,
wrote
that
him
nigga was
so
fucked
terribly.
up in the head.
They wrote him
Of
so
course,
terribly.
that's what made him cool.
That's not. No, it's not.
Oh,
I've
you don't
seen
think-
more fucked up people. Huck is a fucked up person in the head. I'm going to keep going back to shows where they actually had fucked up people that made sense to me. Billy didn't make no sense to me. Billy said,
Billy's story
"You know
didn't
what?
make sense.
Billy, we go. It's okay. It's okay, Xavier. We gonna talk about it tomorrow, nigga. We are in a place where this bitch is running it and killing people. She's had you go and smoke people. Let's talk about whatever the fuck going on today."
Well, but I think also Billy kind of felt like he had the one up on her when he
He did,
said you
'cause he
harmed-
thought
you
he was
harmed
the
Xavier
killer.
and his family. Yeah, he thought he was the top dog. You know, he was the big killer. And when she just said, "Okay, yeah," the fact that she didn't like jump or start sweating or breathing heavy should have been a sign you are not top dog here. You are not that dude. I can always get somebody to get things done. And I love the reveal on how they did it. They showed it was Jane.
I knew.
You know.
I felt like that was
That's-
obvious.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I felt like it was obvious that she was going to be the killer. Like a lot of the show, like their twists, I felt like were just like obvious. The only twist that
Yeah.
wasn't obvious was the end, and that just pissed me off. So it was like,
Which
all right.
one you referring to?
The very
he
last
goes
episode
outside?
when we found out that
So-
the whole show was a waste of time and like really it was just a coincidence that all of this shit was happening.
So, I mean, it was a coincidence, but also you find out the shit that Sinatra was doing and how she killed those people. So it's kind of like
Well, we already knew
Xavier-
she was evil.
No, the nigga that shot the president, that was a twist to me.
That was a good
that was-
twist.
yeah.
That he
a twist
shot
to
him
me.
in the real world and then made it down into paradise. And
That
I think
was
that was a
really
good
cool.
twist.
I'm not,
I think
I'm
that
not
was a good
done.
twist.
I'm not done. I'm killing this nigga.
But hold on,
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
you,
on a
you
mission.
invested at that point. You like, oh, I was supposed to kill that motherfucker 5 years ago, and he's in the library with me. Bet.
I feel like if the whole show was about that guy and like his story
Yeah.
going through, it would have been better.
But then
I
you wouldn't
will
have gotten a
say- oh.
season 2. So I
Yeah.
think the season 2 with the whole Sinatra killing those people that went up to, the surface and see what's going
Yeah.
on out there. So now they pretty much, I think they're going to focus on that a lot in season 2.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but did y'all like me when he fell? Did the little Wile E. Coyote fall whistle? Because that motherfucker just fell. Like it was just
Stupid.
and I was just
Alfie fell on. I was wondering.
dust cloud.
He had a nice glow up though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
He had a really nice
cleaned
glow
up.
up.
But I will say that
with his little bald cap.
Yeah, he looked a lot better when he was in paradise than he did
Right.
above ground. Like he
He
was.
Well,
looked
but also
happier.
You think
He
him and
did.
you think him and that man got together? Was it just an
So-
I was
infatuation?
No, he
wondering
was
that.
just
Was that a love story or was it just like cool coworkers?
I think it was friendship.
I don't
Now-
know.
I think
It was a very
infatuation.
that was
It
a
was
deep ass
infatuation.
friendship if it was just friendship.
That was
If somebody
infatuation.
give you a good bowl of jollof rice, you're gonna be a friend to him forever. Hello, Nfusu. Nungele.
Did you click?
He did.
Right.
Nigga, did you click?
Say. But anyway, I'm learning. I'm learning also. I'm trying to learn that language. I just want to fuck people mind up. But no, I mean, yeah, you could say that might have been a romance, a bromance or a real romance. But the fact that
it was
I think
so
it
deep.
was more. You think it was deep? Okay, I think it was more
He
of.
looked like a bottom.
Okay,
The white
that's
guy.
fine.
He's
Yeah.
so big compared to the black guy.
That don't
He
mean shit.
was.
I
That don't
told
mean
y'all,
shit.
there's a side. There's a
Lord.
side here.
I'm literally trying to show the man had compassion for these.
The
for
way
his
that
I
he
thought
was
it was-
chasing, the way that he was chasing after that black man trying to get him to call him back, that's some
That's
women
true.
shit. He's a bottom.
I thought
But
that
how-
maybe it was one-sided.
But
Like
that was
only
just-
he loved the guy, but the other
That's-
guy was like,
okay,
"I'm
so
just
Jada,
some
I'm-
African nigga."
I
Like, what are
agree
you
with
talking
that.
about?
I agree.
Yeah.
with
I
that.
do not play
I
the
don't,
booty games with you.
Right.
I do
I
not
don't
play
think.
that.
I
with
don't
all.
think he. I don't
Like
think
you're
he
cool,
likes.
but
I don't
that's
think,
it.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it was
Yeah.
reciprocated. That's why the guy never called him back.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Well,
nigga,
he
I'm
was
dying
dying.
down here, nigga. Leave
I
me
mean,
alone.
that's
He
true.
was literally dying. He couldn't call back. He was in a coma or something. You know,
I don't
he
think he
had
was in a
something wrong.
coma. I just think he was sick as shit.
had cancer.
He eventually answered the phone. Nigga could
Yeah,
answer.
he answered.
Yeah, he
I-
answered, and he sounded like death was right next to him.
Nigga,
It was
Anthony, you're not
already
gonna call.
done.
You're not gonna answer the phone when we call if you dying. Goddamn.
Bitch, I don't
That's
want
fucked
that to
up.
be my last moment in life. But
Man, fuck you too then.
But I
Shit.
think he was
hey, I got
calling
my
him
family.
during the whole time though. Because
He
he
was.
knew it was
He was.
contaminated.
The
so
minute
was
he lost,
like,
the minute
right,
he
he
lost
lost
his
his
job, he
job.
started
Right.
calling.
they just
And
didn't
he
pick
was-
up.
He was scared. He was like, "Yo, y'all are killing these people." Because remember, he confronted
Yeah.
old boy and said, "Yo, this is not a good move. There is too much of this
That chemical.
debris, that chemical, whatever. It's killing us. There's no proper masking or ventilation. You're killing these people." And also keep in mind, a lot of these folks were probably, well, one, from another country,
Yep.
two, broke
Poor
as a
as
joke
shit.
and was given a little bit of, hey, here's some money
They
that
were the
wouldn't
slaves
even
of
be
paradise.
exactly. But even the promise of the money means nothing when you got a 300-foot tsunami. What you gonna buy?
Exactly.
I
They
think
were
I
the
just bought
slaves.
me a life preserver.
You can buy. You
You're
can
dead.
work for your freedom.
I'm gonna
you
finally
work
buy
for
me
your
a. I'm gonna
land.
finally buy me that
And then you're
antebellum
dead.
white man.
And he'll be dead.
That's
He will
fine.
not make
I
it.
just want to. I want to go out knowing that I own a white man.
Wanna
So
own
that
one.
you know that and that
You're
you
doing
know
the
it's
Lord's
crazy.
work.
That's
The
it.
craziest thing with that is they allowed them to build the project only to be like, these niggas can't come in here and y'all niggas
Right.
probably gonna die in the midst of doing this.
Yeah.
But like
Oh,
they
of
knew that
course.
when hiring
They
them, they
knew
knew
it.
that they was gonna kick them out and kill them anyway. So that's why
Yeah.
they didn't care. Yeah, they like, yeah,
Okay.
no, they're gonna keep
They've
digging
done
in
that
this
from the
toxic
look.
rock. Yeah,
That's happened from the beginning of the goddamn
Yeah.
time.
That
Yeah.
part. That
We're
part.
gonna use your bodies. We're gonna break them, and then
We're
gonna
gonna
toss
use
you
you
away.
to build our country, and then we're gonna kick you the fuck out, or we're gonna put you on some reservations, or we're gonna tell you to go back to your country,
Well,
or we're
there
gonna
ain't
put
no
you in
countries
these
to go
bullshit
back to.
ass. We're gonna put you in some bullshit ass
Well,
neighborhoods and not
Did
do
y'all
nothing
know
for you.
did y'all know it was niggas in Alaska?
Yes, black folk
Yeah.
live there too. The oil
George
industry bought them
George lived in Alaska.
who's George?
there.
He
A
got
friend of ours.
That strong voice, and he's
He
an
in
Omega.
military though.
Yeah, George
Okay,
lived in
okay,
Alaska for a
Jazz.
couple years.
It makes sense though. If he was a military. Military niggas, they just be
No,
anywhere
he's
in the
not in the
world.
military.
Jason,
You
stop
said-
limiting niggas. Niggas are
No,
everywhere.
I seen it today, and it was like, nigga,
George lived there when he was in high school.
It's niggas in Alaska, and we got Dodge Chargers. I'm like, bro, who gives a fuck? You driving on ice? What can you, like?
Sir, Alaska
might
is
be
not
cool.
all ice.
Ice. There is civilization.
ain't
There is
shit.
whole civilizations in Alaska. Like they
I'm with
have
Jason.
cities and
In my
towns.
head,
And
Alaska is like ice, and they like fish for those. They do the
Ice
ice
fishing?
fishing.
Fishing.
Yeah, like that's all that's in Alaska,
No.
like ice
And indigenous, I
fishing.
thought it was just
And they
ice
have like
and
all those
indigenous
days
people.
of darkness, and like everybody
Days
Yes,
a
you
night.
have the
cold.
30 days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
30
it.
days
That's
a
all.
night.
And what was that
But
white lady that was ran for vice
True
president that one
Detectives.
time?
Oh,
Nah,
Sarah
fuck that.
Palin.
Oh, Sarah
Sarah
Palin.
Palin,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Oh, I
hoe.
forgot she was
That hoe.
coming.
Oh, you mean Lisa
Yeah.
Ann? If you know, you know.
You stupid.
If you know, you know. But
I
I
thought I was
want to
calling
ask
that
y'all a
bitch something
question.
Barbie, Alaskan Barbie, or something
Like that.
Barbie,
Who
Jeff
knows?
Sarah Palin for a while.
I don't know. I just remember nailing Palin. If you know, you know.
Nailing Palin.
Them glasses on.
Here's a question I wanted to ask y'all. What did y'all feel the intensity like I did on those last moments at the White House when they were getting the evacuation
Yes.
going?
Episode 7 was
And that old black man was
shit.
just cleaning.
And it was
like
the
wasn't
best
nothing.
episode.
That hurt my
That was
heart.
the best
It
episode.
did.
That was the
When
Because
best
he just
episode.
really thought nothing was gonna happen. He was like, "It'll be fine."
Yeah, I've been through this before. And you know what that remind me of, Helene? Our goofy Louisiana asses when a hurricane comes.
Mhm.
Oh, I've been through Betsy.
I've been through Betsy. That's what they
I'm
all
dead.
say. I've been through Betsy.
Okay, bitch. And
then
there
Katrina
you
fucked
go.
all of that up.
Yeah, it reminded me so much of how black folks, well, old folks, but mainly old black people have been through so damn much that another, disaster or another tragic event, they feel like I've been through it, I'll get through it. It's hit me before and I got through it. And I really love, once again, James Marsden doing the do. I really enjoyed how Cal interacted with him.
Mhm.
At first in my mind, I'm like,
he was like, "Sir, you know my name?"
yeah. And he's like, well, of course. Nah, sadly, I don't know your name, but I'll call you beautiful old black man who about to die from a massive tsunami, number one.
Rodney.
Rodney. Okay, Rodney. Oh,
Was
damn
that
it.
really
His
his
name is
name?
Rodney.
It is today.
Oh,
Okay.
So nobody know that old man name.
I think it was like, wasn't it like Joe? Or
Jason is so
some shit
confident.
like
It started with a
She's
J.
like, it's
But
Rodney.
that's the thing. But and you know what was so crazy? Having the president remember his name is probably one of the greatest things to ever happen in his now about to end life. And it took me by it threw me for a loop. Like you see all these people, like all of his assistants and the folks who are probably with the chief, with the staff and freaking out, ready to cap. And here is this older black man just holding his mop, going, it's gonna be all right. And then you start seeing the shit that's happening around the world. And that moment with the reporter.
Yo, I was thinking that.
And that what do you call it? Sonic boom hit, and she just doubles over and comes back, and you see the blood coming out of her nose and her ears. I was like, all right, you know what? This is the moment. Good night. I ain't going out like that. Like Helene said, lifting weights, I ain't going out like no bitch.
Yeah.
I know. Mother Nature, you ain't taking me. We gotta go. And I loved how they showed the volcano erupting. That footage was so cool.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we didn't know there was a super volcano under that. And that's the thing about us as humans. We think we know everything, and then the earth and Mother
That's
Nature
why we need to
shows
leave shit
you,
alone.
That part.
leave it alone. It's
Would
just
you
like
guys,
here,
would you guys have preferred to know that the world was going to end, or would you have preferred to not know and just die in a tsunami?
I want to know.
Man.
You want to
Yeah,
know? I think Kyle made the wrong decision in telling people.
At that point, it was too late.
It
If
was
you
too
gonna
late, and
tell
I think it's
people,
the wrong
Yeah.
thing to do.
If you're gonna
Oh,
tell
no.
people, at least tell them, give me time to prepare myself. Nigga,
But
I don't
Noah,
think that's
Yeah.
right either.
even
I don't think
Jesus,
that's
I
right
even
don't think
either.
God,
that's right
even
either. I don't
God
think
Yeah.
hit
that's right
Noah up
either.
like,
Ho-
hey, bro, I'm
but hold
leaving
on.
the
They
flood.
knew for
But hold
years.
on.
And it's like
Yeah.
let people live their peaceful life. Like that man and stuff was going about his day. He's peaceful. He's not worried. He's not agitated. He's not stressed out. And if he die, he die. And if he don't, then he go deal with his stress later. At
Yeah.
least he had them peaceful moments. All of them people at the end that got killed, who got shot, all these nonsense people that got robbed, all of the chaos at the end just didn't need to happen at the end of the
Yeah,
world
it
if you
became
Yeah.
would have
it.
kept your mouth shut.
Yeah. Because the thing is,
You
like, when
know?
you tell people something that, like, the earth is ending, you have chaos happening
Yeah.
everywhere. You're going to
Everywhere.
have
Oh, yeah.
riots. You're going to have
Well,
I'm
looting.
stabbing
You're
niggas
going to have
off
right.
top.
all of
Because
that kind of
Right.
stuff.
exactly.
Everybody gonna
Because
do
So,
it.
if
The
I
thing
know that
is,
the world is
we're gonna
ending in a
die
year,
already.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
out
right. Like,
everybody that I
I'm
wanted
not
to ever take
telling
out in
Exactly.
life.
people that. Like, who got time for that shit? Like, absolutely not. You
But
got the
but
purge
what if
happening every single day. So why?
Hmm.
My thing is, why would you have people living in chaos for an
Yeah.
entire year versus,
Right.
oh, y'all, so the earth is
I
ending
wouldn't give them. I
tomorrow.
wouldn't give them a year. I'll say 30 days.
I ain't giving
it
them
wasn't
that.
it wasn't even
Them
a year.
niggas, them niggas
They
probably
knew they
24
knew for at
hours.
least 10 to 20 years that this was fucking coming.
Right.
But
And
the
that's
thing
why I
is,
say you could have kept your mouth shut. Because I
yeah,
feel like I would have rather been going about my day, went to
Hmm.
work, been at home cooking, and then all of a sudden I'm dead. I don't even know what the fuck happened. I don't have no stress. I'm not
right.
worried about it. Like,
By the time that processes in your mind, you already
yeah.
gone. Because
Like
my
Right.
nigga,
thing is, but hold on, Jason,
what
if
is
you look
that?
at it right here today, if they was to drop a news alert, granted coming from a media source that you trust, and they said the earth is ending in
Yeah.
5 years, my nigga, you are gonna alter everything that you already have planned right here
Correct.
and now. Fuck that job. Fuck
That's part.
fuck all
Yeah.
of that shit you got planned. And it's just like you living in fear. Why would you even put
In
anybody
fear?
through that?
I'm not gonna live in
I'm
fear.
not I'm
You
I
would
oh
live
mean,
with no
Live in
fear.
fear.
That's why it would
oh,
be
oh
more
so,
no.
chaos,
but
though.
my
Oh
Even
thing
if you
is
have
like,
no.
no fear, it
hold
would be
on.
I'm
chaos
robbing
everywhere.
everybody.
I'm going
Ain't
out
no
like
fear in
Cleo and
me.
set it off.
But my
Oh
thing
Yeah.
is
boy.
like,
Let's
so for
do
That's
it.
people
what we
that's
don't
like,
need.
I'm about to put up my crime rate, my nigga, I'm living in fear. I don't want nobody busting through my fucking door because they like, well, I'm about to be out of here in 5 years anyway. So I'm in my home protecting it, living
That's
in
because you
fear.
scoring too many niggas.
Right, because I'm like, oh, now I gotta load up some more bullets because these dumb niggas gonna bust through my door because they trying to steal my shit because they like Earth is ending in 5 years.
I
So
am.
it's just like you living in defense because niggas is like, oh shit, let me go snatch her up.
I'm not robbing niggas.
But
Y'all
the
ain't
thing
got
is,
shit.
you got niggas
Right.
that rob niggas.
I'm going to every Dollar General and hitting they safe because I know when they
Oh
put the
Lord.
money.
All
Okay,
right. And
all
how many
right.
of your exes going to show up to your house and try and kill you? Because why not? I'm not going, like, who cares if I go to jail? We all about to die in
Jada, are
2 years.
you
Who
okay?
cares? I'm just
Jada,
saying.
blink twice. Please blink twice
I
if
I
you're
I
I
okay.
was gonna
will
say I don't
say
think
this.
none
I'm
of my
cool.
exes.
I'm
I was
cool.
gonna say I don't
Like,
think none of my exes is trying to kill me.
Like
Shit.
like,
what kind of shit is
But
that?
then you gonna make irresponsible decisions because you like, well,
but if the
we out of
world
here in
is
five
dying, it's
years.
like, fuck it. Who
You
cares
know
You
about
gonna
what?
any of
you
You
this
gonna
know what's
double
shit?
funny
back to
though?
that ex you don't want to double back to, but you like, I mean, the dick was good
Jazz,
and I'm out of
Oh,
here
Jazz,
in
blink.
I'm
5 years.
doubling back. You seen the picture? I'm doubling.
Y'all thinking about
But
you,
you know
nigga.
what's funny?
I'm like, what?
I will say this though. With everything that y'all just said, all the things y'all said, this what we doing. I'm robbing, I'm doing, I'm popping, I'm pewing. It reminds me so much of how society was when the Y2K bug
Oh my god.
got announced.
Yeah.
And there was doomsday
Motherfuckers started
preppers.
spending all their money and shit.
People were
And
like,
Y'all niggas is
okay,
old.
I am strapped, ready to go. The
You're
computer
the
shut
youngest one on
down.
this episode.
I
Everybody
can
That
exit.
tell.
that funded the new iPhone. All the
Yeah.
money they made in 1999 is
It's
what the world is living
crazy.
off of.
But what it reminds me of, and I just want to say this was one of my favorite songs ever. It's called Postmortem by Mr. Lift. He's a rapper, right? And Jean Grey had a line that threw me off because the whole song is about they know the end of the world is coming, right? The flames are coming, it's the apocalypse. And it's something Jean Grey said where she goes, convert to atheism, denounce God, pronounce religion dead, faith in nothing, trace my wrist with razors. I refuse to wait for the blaze to erase my spirit. Death, face with it, run to it, not from it. Swallow all the pills in the medicine cabinet.
that
Chase it
part.
with a bottle of 151, then hug mommy. Head outside to smash the windows and trash the hotel lobby. Now, this line I'm not reading, but the funniest part I that tripped me out. She said, I find a kid to hem him up, which means I robbed him. I wish I'd done more sinning, get a strap on, and
That
run
part.
up in some women.
Do you
Lay
know
in the middle of the highway and wait for the pain to hit me. The first time I heard this
Nigga.
song, I went, this woman
Fuck
needs
yeah.
a hug.
Nah,
But
she's right.
Now, no, but thinking about it, like thinking about
You
what
sound
would
like a,
you
that sound like a
do?
3-6 Mafia song. Yeah,
Nigga, you know the amount of drugs I would do.
Yeah, but
If you
that,
thought
and
if
that's
you,
what
if
I'm
you knew the
saying.
word was so what so
Yeah.
what
Oh,
if,
I
and
would
if
have
the
changed
where
all
if the
my
where
items to
didn't
drugs. I ain't seen no drugs down there. I
Right.
need some
Oh,
weed or
edibles
something.
would have been.
Yeah, I had
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's
That
Somebody
shit
had to
let's
was.
sneak.
leave.
Thing.
Somebody got to sneak in a bud plant just so they can plant it somewhere.
Yeah.
I think what would we all saying what we think we're going to do. It's a weird thing because there were a bunch of times humanity has come close to their so-called end, and mass pandemonium breaks out, and then the next day comes and they're like, oh fuck, why did we do that? It happened to us with 9/11, not 9/11, well, somewhat, but it happened to us with Y2K. You think about the changing of the millennium, where if you read some of the old stories of how, going from 999
But
to
Anthony, that's because it didn't happen. Like it was, oh, we're gonna go from this to this, and then the next day, oh shit, we're supposed to be dead. We're still here. Fuck, I gotta go to work. In
right,
5 years, if they say the world is ending on a Friday and that fucker ends, ain't nobody
Yeah.
waking up Saturday morning going, well, I guess I gotta go to work. Nah, nigga, we
No.
dead. So
but that's what I'm saying, Helene. Even with them saying it, listen to what they told them. Oh, we had a 5-year plan, but that volcano said, nah, B. I'm
But-
hitting now.
and
It
that's
threw all their
also-
plans off.
That's
So
also.
that's why there was. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Anthony, but that's also irresponsible because my thing is you don't know if you actually do have 5 years because
Right.
Mother Nature can cut that shit to 3. And now
And
we
that's what I
sitting
said at the
here
beginning.
at brunch looking
Assed
cute
out.
and a fucking wave.
And then the tsunami coming. That's exactly
And
how I
we
want to be.
did.
I want to be at brunch, enjoying some
If I'm be
mimosas,
drunk, I'm
cranking
be
I don't
up,
wanna-
having
Nemo.
laughs.
I don't want to
And
die
then
in
I
no
want to, and
water.
then all of a sudden I'm
No.
just
Yeah.
going. You
I
would
don't
just
wanna die in
know.
no
You be
goddamn water.
going. You wouldn't know.
That
I mean, you
that
got
is my
water on
biggest
like
fear.
lava.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die of shock. I'm gonna die of shock, so it's okay. I'm like, oh, fine.
Yeah, and that's it. Like,
Oh shit, I'm shot. Well, and
You know-
the funniest thing, some people say,
Yo.
what would you rather? How would you rather go out? Would you rather drown or be caught in an explosion? Explosion is
I'm-
instantaneous.
Explosion.
I want
Put
to
me in a
explosion.
nuke.
Wait,
I don't wanna drown.
Instant vaporation.
You get
Explosion.
hit by a wave and it's a shark in that bitch. And that shark eat your ass.
Bruh, imagine not
They
dying of
ate
shark and
you.
having to fight a shark. Nigga, you be like, oh my god, I can barely swim, and I'm fighting a shark. Nigga.
Right.
But you know what's funny
How
though?
did Ant survive? Nigga,
Yeah, I don't want water.
Thank you for
Waves,
saying that.
water, none of that.
Because I was reading that they said that aquatic life would actually get thrown off by the tsunami of that size.
Yeah, the water
Because
mixing. Think about it.
water
We're talking
mixing,
all the different
the
kinds
height.
of water, the temperatures, the height, like
Right.
it's crashing down on
A
these
l-
things.
A lot of
Nah.
your hunters, your predators, they're done.
You know what's gonna be
Sharks
alive? That
can't
fish
go
from
in-
Nemo that got the little light on him with the fucked
The
up teeth.
angler
That's the
The
only thing that's gonna
anglerfish?
be around.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
They're just gonna be
Them and
chilling.
shrimp. Them and shrimp is gonna what's all it's gonna be
The
like.
sea roaches.
Sea
That's what they call shrimp.
Oh yeah, and Lil
That's
Boosie.
all.
Lil
And
Boosie
Lil
will
Boosie?
survive. Lil Boosie will survive.
Yo, that's
Come
I hope
on,
not.
dog. What happened to
hope
them
not.
tsunamis, dog?
I hope he's
That'll
the
be
first
the
one that gets
only
taken
thing
out.
left.
I would travel
Is
to
Lil
Baton
Boosie.
Rouge just to shoot his ass.
Yo,
Ooh.
we'll edit that
Why?
out. But
What? Yes.
I was gonna ask y'all, how did y'all feel about the relationship between Xavier and his father?
I actually love that.
I did too.
No, seriously. I no, in the beginning,
It was good till it
It
wasn't.
had a pivot. Was he
it had
wrong?
a pivot.
I
I don't think
No.
Xavier was
good.
wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
Xavier was not wrong.
He could have gone about it a different way, but he wasn't wrong.
Mhm.
He had
But
to
he
give his father
tried.
good news to bring in the bad news.
Right, but he tried every
But him
time.
snitching on his dad was kind of fucked up. But I get why he did it.
What?
Yeah, sometimes you got to
What?
sacrifice one to save many.
Nigga,
You know,
that nigga up in the airplane, he don't forget what the
With
fuck he
Alzheimer's.
doing. He got-
No, that's why I
Oh,
said I
Talkin Ish.
understand why. I understand why he did it, but it was
What the hell
still a
is
fucked
my-
up situation.
All right,
What-
Will. Come
Hey,
on now.
Jay, ain't no whip, goddamn nigga. He gonna get up and walk through the plains. I'm like, hey man, where the fuck my shit at? Bro, ain't you flying this
Wait.
bitch?
Was it dementia or was it Parkinson's?
It was
It
Parkinson's.
was
Parkinson's.
death.
It was
finna die.
It was.
I don't know.
It was.
He was shaking. He was.
It was
He
a death.
forget where he was
Yeah,
at.
I was
His
saying,
hands was just
yeah,
shaking.
his hands were shaking.
Jason said it was death.
Hey, but look,
Wow.
hey, look, I don't
But
want
Jason,
Nigga, could you imagine? Could you imagine Michael J. Fox flying our plane? No, I don't want that.
Well, no,
Stop.
I would have Michael J. Fox flying when it's at altitude because everything is autopilot. It's the landing I don't want him touching.
Hey,
Stop.
You know,
Helene, stop.
get the grant on.
but it is true.
What
Xavier
happened,
was
sir?
right.
Not
I
shook.
feel like,
The way he did it was wrong, but Xavier was right.
Right.
And
I
he
What-
loved
what's
his
the- what-
father.
What's the
and no
what's the
matter what.
right what,
Exactly.
what's the right way?
What was-
What's the right way?
Jada, what was you
to
about
have
to say?
told his father beforehand. Look, Dad,
It wouldn't work.
me and you need to go to the airlines and say
He
this is what's
tried
going
that.
on. Whatever,
He
whatever.
did.
His dad
At
said,
what
He tried.
next, let me go
Nigga,
catch
I'm
my
good.
flight.
It would not have been a matter of. It wouldn't have been a matter of can we. It's a matter of we gonna walk this way. Like there's
If he's not his power of attorney, he can't do shit but snitch with him or snitch without him.
But I would
He
snitch.
snitched
That's
without
just
him.
it. I would snitch with him. I'm not gonna do it behind his back.
He man, fuck that. Y'all, you of all people. See, I thought you was a goddamn decision maker. Now I gotta pop you.
I am
Oh,
a decision
damn.
maker. I'm a decision maker in your face. I'm not a behind your back ass decision maker.
It
Because
don't
anything
get- I
I can
told
say,
you.
anything I can say behind your back, I should be able to say to your fucking face.
True.
So I'm gonna take it to your
But-
face and say,
That's
"Let's
true.
go do this."
He did. But if your dad ain't
No,
gonna come,
he didn't tell his
No, he
dad.
didn't.
He didn't tell his dad he was going to do that. He tried to convince his dad
No, he
to
didn't.
retire on his own.
he wanted
But
him to
like,
make the decision.
yeah.
But he wanted
Here-
he wanted
here's
And
to
nigga,
something
and I
that-
would look at my dad and say, "If you don't do it today, I am
I'm
going to
gonna
do
do
it
it.
for you.
Right.
I am going to make this
Man,
decision,
man,
and you
get
can
the
either
fuck
come
outta
with
here
me
with
in
that.
dignity, or you can let me do
Man,
this."
get the
But
fuck
he
outta
didn't
here
tell
with
his father that.
Hold on.
Here's the
That's
thing,
a
though,
job,
and
and you retire, my nigga. Get home.
Hold on.
Fuck
here's the
outta
thing.
here.
Oh,
Hold
sorry, Jazz.
I'm gonna go to Jada, then I'm gonna go to you, Anthony. What you got, Jada?
No, I was just gonna say that like the decision, even though it might have been the wrong way, it was like a product of their relationship, which is what made the episode good. So like his father raised him with that level of dignity, that level of respect,
And
where like
integrity.
we hold this level of integrity no matter what. So even to him, it was shocking that his dad was like not willing to retire despite this. But like
Right.
his dad's
integrity
love for
minded.
flying
Right.
overrode his integrity. But you raised me to have this level of integrity. So me doing this, although it might have been the wrong way, because I agree with telling him up front, like I'm
Mhm.
gonna go do it because you're not able to do it because of your passions or whatever. But like I'm gonna do it, and it just displayed that like his dad raised him the right way. I thought that episode was really beautiful to show like
Mhm.
a nice black dad and the son raising his son the right way with the nice morals, and it come all together. Unfortunately, it ruined your relationship, but that is
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was you gonna say, Anthony?
Well, I was just gonna basically say you can't tell an old black man shit.
No.
At all.
You can't tell him
Where's
what
that?
to do. I knew that I was like that with my dad. Even when he had his health problems. Hey, man, you might want to say, man, look, I've been on this earth, blah, 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 blah. Okay, man. Okay. So his father, like you said, loved flying. That was his life.
Mm-hmm.
But Xavier understood, I can't tell this old motherfucker shit. All right, I'm going to do you like you would do me when I was a kid. You ain't got to see it coming, but it's coming. I'm going to be the father, and I'm going to do what's right, whether you like it or not. And that, even with, destroying the father-son dynamic, yeah, his dad probably pissed off with him. Wasn't going to be pissed off with him for long because he was probably fish food right, a couple of days later.
Yeah.
You ain't shit for that.
So
But-
it wouldn't
but-
matter. I mean,
gotta-
That's true. Where was the dad? Was he dead already?
He died. He already
did.
died.
yeah,
Alright.
passed away before
Alright,
everything.
alright.
But I do have a piggyback question off of that because you see that Xavier was able to stand up to his father during that difficult decision.
Mhm.
But on the other side of it, you see him and his wife. And like Cal was giving him like breadcrumbs, like, she probably don't need to go to Atlanta. And he was just like, I haven't been able to tell her what to do in years. And she went to Atlanta. So like, what did y'all think about the relationship between him and his wife? Even though we didn't really see them too much on screen, but we did see them when
Right.
they were in the principal's office dealing with the issue
Right.
with the daughter.
That's what
wife
her
wear
ass. That's what
pants.
her ass get.
You can't
The
tell
wife
a
wear the
black
pants.
woman shit, Jazz.
No,
You can't
he
tell
never
y'all
came out
nothing.
and said it. He never
Well, he
came out and
couldn't,
said it.
He
and he
didn't
can't.
know.
He
He
could
just
have
No,
scared of
said it.
his
he
wife.
knew.
Hold on, let's get
He did know.
everybody one at a time. Jason, go ahead.
I ain't got. I'm just here to argue whatever Helene say.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Elaine, go ahead.
He could have told there could have been indirect ways that he could have told her, do not go. And he kept the way that he was pussyfooting around this shit. Well, I don't think that you should, maybe you should not, maybe you should stay. Nigga, say there is something that I cannot explain to you wholeheartedly, but I need you to stay the fuck here. Like, he never did that. He went all around what the issue was instead of just saying, I need you to fucking stay here. Because as important as her work was to her, I think her family was just as goddamn important. But was she headstrong? Most definitely. But he never directly said shit to her.
Right. Jason, do you have anything to combat with that or still thinking? Okay, that's cool. Anthony, your thoughts on the relationship between Xavier and his wife?
It was a beautiful relationship, but you can't tell black women shit.
Yeah,
And
there's that.
Clearly he didn't tell her shit, so
he understood the room. So
niggas don't communicate, I guess, huh?
They start to
Maybe he
do
didn't let them
mumble
play that
rap.
much.
But
They
did he
start to-
not though?
he does.
But did he
Look,
not though?
He didn't.
here's the
He did
deal.
not. He did not try hard at
Because
all.
Kyle didn't really tell him what was going on. He just
So
knew
what?
something was going to happen.
They told him in the meeting. They told him exactly what was going to be going on. This is the procedure, this, that, and the other. You are now in a level of security where it's the president, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Sinatra, and then fuck the
Sinatra being in that room is so fucking bonkers. But
right.
It's like
Even
Elon Musk being in the fucking room.
Right.
Well, you got
Even the
money.
vice president looked shook. You know, because you remember they asked him, you think he should know this? And Cal said, no, I trust him. He needs to know. So he understood the assignment that was coming.
But look, the president had been dropping shit to Xavier long before that fucking meeting. And if you know that I am the Secret Service of the president and I come home and I say, hey, you know where I work, right? The big white building with the guy in charge. He's saying it might not be a good idea for you to go to Atlanta. Xavier never did that.
Again, you can't tell a black woman shit. And I'm a die on that hill.
All right, Anthony.
I really don't care. I'm just saying it because it's funny.
Right.
But again, he could only do and say so much.
That's
and
true.
I think, and this is just me, just like his father raised him to have this and, you know, stand up, boom, boom, this, that, and the other, follow procedures. He is a Secret Service agent. There's a reason why it's called Secret Service agent. You're not telling, you ain't alluding, you ain't saying jack nor shit. You could say, honey, you're not going. Trust me on this. And that would be it.
So
they would not have broken up.
She would have ended.
She would have been alive. At least she would have been alive.
She would have ended. She would have ended. She would have ended. She would have ended the marriage at that point. Nigga, fuck you. I'm living in Atlanta.
So what? The world is ending tonight. Get on the fucking plane. Like,
stop.
She got a whole house.
Jason, they got 2 kids together. She is not leaving that man because he tell her to stay her ass at the crib.
So,
you gassing
what to do? Shit.
Stop.
You shit. She would have
like Xavier gonna be like, that's all right, bitch. Go ahead and fly and die. I got a fine ass psychiatrist. I'm gonna be pounding in that mountain.
She would say, "Oh what?"
That's what she at now.
Or what?
You said what?
She was
y'all are basing this shit off of Leroy that worked at the mechanic shop up the fucking street. This nigga's a Secret Service agent working for the fucking president. If I come home and you know my job, I don't give a shit about the secret this, secret that. You know where the fuck I work. If I come home and say, hey, don't get on no plane. Nigga, I'm gonna be like, okay. Like, his wife was smart enough to figure that shit out.
She wasn't that smart. She should have been women got so many intuitions and shit. Why she didn't see through what
don't
the
do that
fuck
shit, my nigga. We don't know when the fucking earth gonna end.
The world
you know, You know,
crazy.
you know, you know, you
Dog.
know when you know
Jason.
when his
Jason,
his mood done changed based on text messages
because
and
of that
phone calls. He's like, but
energy.
at this point, now she
That's-
don't know the word. Now she
that's
don't know.
Jason.
My husband is she don't know my husband is telling me the
All right,
Jason.
word
so
about the end
what
soon.
if she
Jason.
do know that, but she is also part of it? Like she didn't care about going to Atlanta.
I
I feel
think
like
she
Atlanta
is.
was a certain type of hub, a cover area or something, and she was with somebody, and that's why she on the way to
I think
Colorado.
she.
Quite
I
honestly,
think
I
she
think
was.
that's going to be in season 2 because why is she even on the communication and all of that shit?
I
I
think
think
she
that
was doing.
she's knows
She was.
something
She
else
was. She was doing something. Sinatra probably sent
related
her
to
ass
this.
down there
Yep,
related to whatever they had going on.
I think so too.
And it just didn't work out. Now, only nigga that really
I
kept a
think it
secret
did
was
work
Kyle.
out.
Kyle, the only nigga that really kept a secret. That's the only nigga that really kept a secret. Like for real.
You said Cal?
Yeah, that's the only nigga that really kept a secret.
He was
for
making
real, for
fucking
real.
CDs.
Cal didn't know shit to
What?
keep the secret. What
Yeah.
you
No,
mean?
I know. I was gonna say he told Xavier his wife, "Oh, we're gonna get your wife, cuz. Don't worry, just hold on one moment. We gonna get her. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Cal
tell you
didn't
what to
know.
do."
Cal
He
was
ain't
the
know what was
most.
going
Cal
on.
knew the least in the room.
And nigga said,
Right.
"Cal, when did you
No,
know?"
Cal.
Shit, I
No.
always knew. I
Cal
always knew it
understood
wasn't
it,
getting
but
her.
Cal didn't. But the thing with Cal knew what was going on. Cal didn't know how to handle it. Cal is not a born leader. Cal didn't really put two and two together on how to actually be a leader in that situation. And let's be honest here, everything was spoon fed to him. But in
I
a
Yeah.
situation like this ain't spoon feeding. This
But-
is happening.
but
And
Does
you better
anyone
figure something
can
out.
But
anyone
I'll be-
really be prepared for the end of the
Right.
world?
I don't
No,
think
be the
so.
leader
Like
in that
that's a
If you
lot to
got
situation?
5
carry.
years, you're prepared for the end of the world.
Who?
Bro, 5 years is a
You're
Nah,
that's
prepared.
Jada.
so
You can't
long.
prepare the
Sinatra,
It's
world.
Nah.
so
Sinatra was prepared for
long.
the.
You got all of the
Sinatra was prepared for the end
information.
of the world.
I
It's,
She
think
was prepared
yeah.
for herself.
Sinatra was prepared because she pretty much like she's been educated
But
on
you
this,
just,
especially after her
Jason,
son.
you just said, how do you prepare for the end of the world? Sinatra
Right.
was fully fucking prepared.
Well,
I said as
Fully
there's a
prepared.
Sinatra is prepared for herself. The
Hey,
president was preparing the entire world for what was going on, but
that's not realistic.
But hold on, do you think he
can't.
was prepared for the entire world?
He
Because it was
wasn't.
only 2,500
He
people or
wasn't.
25,000 people down there. Like you ain't even
25,000.
have nobody from
1,000.
overseas in this shit. Like you said, fuck Mexico and
No.
Canada. Like
He
none
wasn't.
of
No.
them was
But
in
that's
there.
just it. This wasn't even his plan. This was Sinatra's fucking plan.
Right.
This wasn't the
plan.
president's plan. That's why I
And
said the president was the stupidest one in the goddamn room.
Even Xavier wasn't his plan. It was the
You're not-
therapist's plan.
That
You're not
part.
Like
supposed
even
to.
Xavier being
You're
the
not supposed.
president wasn't his plan
You're
from
not
the
supposed to be
beginning.
the
Like,
smartest person in the room.
yeah.
And he,
Well,
Cal was definitely not the smartest. So
but the thing is, the
I mean,
president
he had
is
to-
supposed to lead. Period. Point
That's it.
blank.
That's it.
Done. You
That's
have
it.
your eggheads. You have your soldiers. You are just supposed to lead. His biggest
come on,
problem
man. You know
was
good and goddamn well the presidency is a figurehead at this point.
It's
That
it.
motherfucker
Okay.
wasn't meant to
That's
lead
all that
shit.
it was.
That's
Well,
why you have
yeah.
the leaders that you have in
but
place.
understand what I'm saying. He has never been in a leadership situation because everything has been given to him.
He still
never
wasn't in a
had to-
leadership situation.
Right.
Nope.
But which is why I say he wasn't a leader. He wasn't prepared for what was to happen. And again,
Mhm.
if you're being told 5 years, okay, I got 5 years to work this out. Mother Nature said, bump that. We're going to move the calendar a bit. We're going to turn it up a notch. And I'm ready to set shit off. And that 5 years goes down to 3. So now it's like,
3 years is a long
everything we
time,
plan.
too.
3 years is, well, to
Wait,
an
I
extent.
want my 2 years, Jada. Nah, nigga.
No.
I need
3
Spider-Man
years
to
is a
drop.
long
I don't want to
time.
die like a month before Spider-Man.
Like,
Beyond the
You know,
beyond the
You think them
Spider-Man
that's the
niggas?
drop.
You think them niggas still recording?
I'm just saying that's why they don't need to tell us when the shit ended.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
tell
agree
us
with
nothing
that.
because then you're gonna be like, well, ain't no point of us making this fucking movie. No, bitch, make it. I need to
Nobody's
see it.
gonna come to work to make the movie.
Exactly.
Y'all
Right.
You're
Tom
basically
Cruise gonna
saying you're
tell-
going to sit in the theater while the tidal wave come on in. Well, at least I
Tom
saw
Cruise,
the...
Tom Cruise gonna get the information, man. It's
Tom
Scientology.
Cruise is
He gonna
probably
know.
hanging.
Get the
He's
fuck
gonna be
outta
hanging
here.
off the
Who?
Washington Monument.
Tom Cruise gonna find. He gonna get the information. He gonna pass it along.
He gonna be the first one out of here.
Oh yeah,
He gonna
Xenu
be a
come and
Mission
pick him
Impossible
up.
9 real life. Nigga gonna be. He gonna be.
Who's no?
Tom Cruise gonna be somewhere doing that L. Ron Hubbard shit, waiting on some
Xenu.
Scientology shit to
And
happen.
they're gonna come
but-
pick him up, and they're gonna be riding in space.
They say
But
he keep trying to. They say he keep trying to kill himself on film. That's why he's trying to leave.
Okay, well, see you later, bro.
I can see Tom being in paradise.
Right.
But I got a question for y'all because Cal was very big into music.
Mhm.
Which 3 albums are y'all taking into paradise? This time I'm going to start with you, Jason.
So you got a new list.
No, I shared all of this in the chat.
No. My question was, this is a new list. Like we adding on to the 3 we already took into the building.
No, this
Yeah.
is
3
music.
items.
This is just music.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Now let
Now
I'll say it
y'all
like
see
this.
what I deal with on the regular. Like
in the
I guess,
library.
I guess you can't tell black women shit, but you can't. But apparently, black men don't listen. So
hell
I
Oh,
do.
I ain't here to give
My
my
point.
take on that. Xavier didn't love his wife that much. I agree. That's why he fucked the therapist. Because he ain't have no conviction with trying to get her to stop getting on that plane. He ain't really, like, he loved his wife in theory.
In theory, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
But not in reality. He ain't stop her from getting on the plane. He ain't refused to go into the bunker and go save his wife.
I
He
think
ain't
he
tried
thought,
and look
but
for
I
her in
think
all
he
those
thought that the
years.
president would legit be able to get her to wherever she needed to be.
I
Though
agree
He
with
got
that, but
lied
still,
to.
you could have tried harder. And then
See,
you
He
fucked the
did.
therapist. So, like, yeah, you probably right. He ain't left her
within
that much.
6
Because he
hours.
I'm
thought his
starting to
wife was
side with
dead.
Jazz.
it took
But
3 years
Look,
to fuck the therapist. Stop it.
Helene, it goes back to our conversation this past week. Men are easy. She only had to
easy
ask you
fuck.
about your father. Hold on, Jason. She only had
Easy
to
as fuck.
ask you about your father, buy you some motherfucking vegan fries, and laugh at your jokes. And niggas love when you laugh at their jokes. Cause
Wait,
oh
is
shit.
this
Instant
coming
Humans are
from a
easy.
woman?
Instant.
Human are easy.
What was he
Humans are
wearing?
easy.
Boxer briefs. Instant
Listen.
boxer brief
Oh,
dropper.
wait a minute. Is this coming from a woman that if a big bald-headed Negro with a brand on his arm barking her ear, she dropping draws like a $2 hooker?
Nope, he
Hold
gotta
on
look better
now.
than that.
On his
Oh, stop
shoulders.
that.
His
She
Stop
ride
that.
his
On his
shoulders.
shoulders.
Oh, I mean, you know,
Hey,
if he look, if he got his what is it, Jason? His deltoids, like, oh, this shit's good. You know what I'm saying? You know
Jazz
what I'm
women
saying?
don't have deltoids.
It was him.
She said him,
Nah.
fool.
No.
No, I know
I'm
what you
going
got. I
back
know what
to
you got, Anthony. Y'all check out our Magazine Dreams episode.
You're welcome.
Yes. I'm just saying, like, Jada, you see it. He got the therapist
I'm
got
starting
his
to see it. The
ass
more we
quick.
talk about it, I was like, he's deeply
Quick.
in love with his wife, but like,
It was
really,
3 years, yo.
He gave
He
it up.
dead.
he didn't
He
stop her
dead.
from getting on the plane. I like at the end of the day,
Yeah.
he could have stopped her from
I
getting on
don't
the
think he
plane.
knew. I don't think he knew the time frame. But
I
also, I
agree.
think he legitimately thinks that. I thought he was like, the president got me. The president got
Yeah.
me. He's got my kids. They will get her to where I needed to be.
I have a
Yeah.
question.
And they kind of did.
To the black men on the episode, how many times y'all in situations where you depend on a white man to handle your shit?
I had to learn
Only
the hard
when it's
way.
time to get paid.
At
I was going to say
27,
they all
at
got white
27 had to
bosses, so I
learn.
would
At
assume
27
every
had to
2
act.
weeks.
Thank you. Just like black
Actually,
women.
You putting your life in the line?
My boss black, actually.
Oh, well, yeah, where you work, yeah, it better be.
My boss black. However,
And you can't
Mine
stand
is
that
too.
motherfucker. So
Mine
I
is
can't
too.
stand half these niggas. But at 27, yes, that was like the last time. But it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't in purpose. It was just shit. That's who my boss was. But no,
Mhm.
I mean, it's the president of the United. I took a bullet for this nigga.
right, it's the president.
I took a bullet for this nigga. So yes,
So-
I would think this nigga would hold me
That
down
part.
Right.
on the
I
the
hate to
backside.
say it.
I think Kyle
I hate
did
to
the
say
most
it.
that he
part.
could do with the limited power he had.
Right.
I
Like,
agree.
He, like
True.
he
I
didn't
agree.
have
No,
the
I
power. I
agree.
think he did everything he could do.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but
Are we?
that's what Secret Service do.
This
That's
is
a
true.
part of your job.
You
I
have
mean,
to go
that's
out there to
true,
get
You know,
killed.
but
and
You are to
but
get
no,
out there and
I
get killed.
get it. I agree 100% with you, but it's like, cause yeah, you did take a bullet from me. That was your job. But again, you are the president, and you are supposed to be the protector of all Americans. So kind of protect this one right here.
So
Just do a little extra. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
do y'all think Xavier was out of line for blaming Cal for his wife not getting on a plane?
No, you shouldn't have lied to
Yeah.
him. Since
Yeah, no,
everybody
he
on
didn't lie to him.
interrogated, hey,
Yes.
bro, we ain't getting your wife. You gonna protect me or not? What you gonna do? You gonna try to get out there?
Hold on. You say when did he lie to him?
He told the nigga he got the people on the way.
He
Get
did
to
have the
this.
people on the
Hold
way.
on. But the thing is, she didn't get to that airport in time.
That's her fault.
Yes, she
That was
did. Yes, she
That's
did.
not
No.
her. That wasn't her
She
fault.
did. She
It's
stole
the
the car. She stole the car and she
stole the
made
car
it.
to get there.
And he said, Cal, when did you know? He said, it was never happening, bro. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no,
I
no.
just
That's
said,
not what he
He ain't
said.
say
He
that.
said when you told me she was in Atlanta, that's what Cal said. I'm sorry, but if your wife is in
because
a
that
state, but hold
because
on, Jason.
it wasn't
She's
because
not.
she
She's
couldn't make it to the plane. He lied though. He didn't have to lie to him.
when did
Him,
he
When did he
her,
lie?
lie?
Cal
Jazz,
probably had a
Jazz,
flight
He
leaving out
told
of
Jazz,
Cal,
what
Atlanta.
you,
no, Cal told him, get her to the airport and we will get her on. When she got to
Mm-hmm.
the airport and couldn't get on, when they were getting on that plane, he said it was never going to happen.
But hold on, she was supposed to go to a certain airport.
she
Mm-hmm.
It
made it.
was
She stole a car to
How I
get
don't
there.
remember them saying
no,
she made
nah,
it to the airport. I don't remember
nah.
that
She
part.
said I could not get there.
Yeah, she
That's not.
tried.
That's
She
She
not.
said she tried. I even
she
stole a
tried.
car. I tried
She's
my hardest.
right.
I couldn't make
So
it.
my thing
She's
is,
on the way.
if Cal had
But
a flight out of Atlanta leaving and she just
Yeah.
But
didn't
he
get there in
lied.
well,
time,
she
He
couldn't. There
how
was
was
lied.
too
that
much.
on
There
Cal?
was traffic. There was a
Traffic.
That part.
tsunami. There
That
was
part.
all kind of shit going on.
That
She
part.
But
couldn't
Cal,
make
He
it.
lied. No, he
But Cal
lied.
still
How
told
did
her
he
when they were
lie?
getting on that plane. Cal was like, like
The
I knew she wasn't gonna make it.
the
Basically, like
it,
I
the
Cal,
knew
it,
it
the
wasn't
issue
gonna work.
the issue was her
That's not Kyle's
leaving.
fault.
The
nah.
issue was her leaving. It wasn't her not being able to
Yeah.
make it.
But
It was her leaving wherever they was to get to Atlanta. That was
Yep.
the issue. She made it to the destination. That nigga lied to him. He lied to him to keep him up. He lied to him to keep him close
I'm still
in order
missing my
to
live.
for what that shit
Yeah,
happened on the
but
whenever that shit went down on the yard, he needed him. Had he
yeah.
lied to him, had he told him the truth, that nigga would have left and tried to make it to his wife.
He actually he kind of prolonged the situation too, because every time Xavier said, "Hey, I need to know if you can get this done," and he stayed quiet and he stayed quiet, and it wasn't until he got back into the situation room he told him, "Go talk to General so and so,
Hmm?
and General so and so is gonna get your wife out of there." So
he
when
said,
he approached the general kind of looked at him like, "Bitch, why are you talking to me? You see, we
right,
Nigga,
got
he
that was
did.
it was too late by that
It
point
was
though.
right,
well,
but
Let's
like
be realistic.
Kyle gave him
It
all
was
of the lead
hours
up.
upon hours upon hours before he
right."
finally
But
told him to go talk to that general.
but
But
Mhm.
then
when the
also,
general told him, because the general had to go and say, "Well, I got to talk to my boss, which is him," and
right.
Cal said, "Go ahead and tell him." And
So
then,
Cal
the
was still
general broke it
helping.
down.
And he
He was
said,
still
Right.
she
helping
has to get to this location,
That
which
nigga
was
was
at this time.
lying.
He
Jason.
wasn't
He was
lying.
an hour and 30 minutes from a location. She had to
She
be in
was
45 minutes, my nigga. And that's
they
like,
found the
They
track for
found the
her to
route.
go and she stole a car to do it.
And
That
she ain't
nigga
make it.
lied.
She
Yeah,
didn't make it
He
though.
because she
lied.
because she called and was like, it's gonna take me this long. He's like, no. This is a
Take
whole
this
nother
route
route and it will get you there in the amount
in
of time that you
45.
needed to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He
Now,
lied. He
here's the
lied to
thing.
him.
We
I don't
I
know
don't
don't
if he
think
know
he lied.
inadvertently lied
when
or
Cal
he
That
ain't
just
nigga
lying.
deliberately.
lied.
I don't
Cal
know
That
if
was
he
innocent.
that was
deliberately
the
or
whole point.
inadvertently.
The whole scene of him saying, "Bro, when did you know, nigga? You didn't
He
prepare
knew
us
5 years
5
ago, and
years
yes, you could
ago."
have been straight up and been like, "The world is gonna end. Protect your family." Yes, he could have did that, but as the president, he's not gonna do that. That's like,
I felt
like
My thing
that
is
was
like,
the. I feel like that was the twist of the whole goddamn show. The second twist of the show, him lying to him.
he
and
Like
nigga,
didn't
no
him.
lie.
lie though.
That's not
I
a
think lie is
lie.
a strong
No.
word
My
because
thing
he
is
told him
this,
as much information as he
as
could
he
and did
could,
what he
He
because
could.
said, "When did you know my wife
He's the
wasn't going
president.
to
He can give
make
as
it?
much information as he wants
When
Jason,
to.
did you know
He's
my
like,
wife
when the
wasn't
thing
going to
broke out
make
and I
it?
found out she was in
When
Atlanta, it
she
was like
that was it.
five
Because
percent. It was like
she
point
was
five
it.
percent
So
that she
okay,
gonna
so
make it at that point. I
why is
told
she
you last
moving?
night not to let her get on that
Why is
that
fucking
she
part,
plane.
so
that
okay? So
part.
Jazz,
Yeah.
if he didn't lie, why was he trying to tell her to move around? He should have said if she was in Atlanta and he knew that shit had already broke out. What was the point of him telling him to do anything at that point? If he
To
didn't,
give
if
him
he
hope.
thought
To give him
to
Because my
give
hope.
him
thing
hope,
is,
Yeah.
stop, pause,
give who hope?
pause it. To give who hope?
Xavier hope.
Give him hope for
Because
what?
in
Because
a most
if he didn't
ideal
lie,
situation, I feel like Kyle was also to your point that he's an artsy dude. He's like very humane, like he's more empathetic than most other people, right, in this show. So in his mind, yes, okay, I tried to warn you last night, and you still let your wife get on the plane like a dumbass because you don't have no
she was
backbone.
dead at
And
that
you
Now
don't
point.
she's
care.
in Atlanta. I'm gonna do the most that I can. Connect with this general, find the fastest route. There is a plane there. Try and get her on it as best as you can. That's the most I can do at this point. I tried last night to get you to stop her. You didn't do that shit. I even sent the fucking black car and all that shit. You
But the
ain't tell
most
me
he
she
could
was
have
leaving
done was
tonight.
try to do that earlier. They
Yeah.
went half the day in the damn White House
That's
with
true.
this frenzy going on
But my
before
thing
he
is, like,
finally told him what she needed to
if
do.
you the president, you got
lied.
so much shit on your plate. So I'm sorry,
Right.
Xavier, you
Your
and
Nigga,
wife
thinking
ain't
I
my
am
about
looking
this.
at
priority.
you
I'm
and
making
I
up.
am looking
Well,
at you
hold
in
Your
on.
your
wife ain't my
face.
priority.
Hold on, just because Xavier cannot read context or read the fucking room, why is that my responsibility? Because when
He
I see
lied.
somebody who can't
Well,
read the room, I be like, you know what? Fuck this
I
conversation because you obviously don't know what the fuck is going on. And I gotta draw
I will
coloring
say
books for
this.
your ass, and your wife is dead. Well, actually, that bitch,
This
she will
nigga
probably
said,
show back up in the fucking season 2. Just like the bitch that was also with the Secret Service that was like, can you take my kid with you? And Xavier was like, I can't do nothing for you, sis. That was still left when they chopper
that was
left.
fucked up.
And
That was
I
well,
fucked up.
Xavier,
guarantee you
I
she's gonna
think the
show up
wife
in
was
season 2.
recruited
Yeah,
before
I
yeah,
hope
she
she
gonna,
does.
Xavier.
She
she
yeah,
The
gotta
gonna,
wife
she
come
was
gonna,
back.
she
She
recruited
gonna,
could.
before her.
she's gonna kill
Jason,
Xavier's wife.
Jason, she's
That
gonna be
bitch gonna kill
Shauna
Xavier's
in
wife.
season 2. That's Shauna from Yellow Jackets. You ain't seen season 3, so you
no,
don't know the
I
fucking
haven't
rest of
seen.
it.
I haven't watched the new season. But
Oh,
I also want to say, and this is something I don't know why, but I read excerpts from George Bush's book and all of that. That
Fuck
when
George Bush.
no, it
That's the
well, I
like third
mean,
time mentioning that nigga.
you literally are watching him on the screen in Cal. But when 9/11 happened and they get him back to, well, really couldn't go to DC, the panic from everybody, even from the most seasoned generals, people who were freaking out, we haven't seen an attack like this since Pearl Harbor. There are so many things coming at you that the president has to sit there and decipher everything that's being said and then has to go and say, okay, this is the highest of priorities. This can go sit in the corner till we get that high priority out of the way. So when you see Xavier talking about my wife, my wife, my wife, and Cal, and look, I get it. And Cal's like, yeah. Look, motherfucker, I have my eggheads are yelling at me that this wave has picked up speed exponentially that they didn't even calculate was coming. I have the Joint Chiefs of Staff saying, oh shit, Russia, outlying areas of China, they're flinging bombs like darts. There is a serious global war with a global catastrophe going on.
Your little black wife ain't my priority right now.
Yo, look,
Unfortunately, I tried last night.
sadly, yeah, I tried.
Yeah.
You didn't get it done. One gotta go for many.
hello.
And right now, I gotta protect my lily white ass. And you gonna protect it for me. You can be mad with me,
Nigga.
but you can't get mad that your children survive. And you can't get mad that your black ass survived.
He was
Bruh,
about to
he
I
leave
told
get
his
it with your
kids.
wife.
He was about to leave
But
his kids and go get his wife.
He sure
exactly.
He
was.
should
Hell,
have.
he
And he
did.
damn sure
He
did.
did.
I would have liked
He
to
That's
see
what
it
he
did.
ended
better
up
if he
doing
would
the
have been
last
like, fuck
episode.
them kids, send them into the bunker, and he went like back and was like, send me on a plane to Atlanta. That would have been a much better show.
And you know who he left them children with? That Candace Owen wig having woman Robinson. That's who watching them babies with
That's
the man
okay.
with the dog and the dog
Anthony,
and
you
the
know she is
bartender.
not watching them kids.
I didn't say she was watching them.
She don't
I
give a
just
fuck
said
about
he
them
left
kids.
them
Her man,
to watch them.
her dick gone. So shit, what else she doing? She ain't got nothing else to do.
Right?
She
She
gonna
got
find
nothing.
some more dick.
The
No.
bartender
Did
who
Jason
had all
ever
the
say his
weapons.
3 songs, albums?
Oh yeah, we were
He
supposed to
ain't
do the
even
songs. What the
started
hell?
that.
We done. Sorry.
Right. He over
Yeah,
here worrying about item. Is it the same items from the last question? No, nigga, you know what? Reset every question. So what's
Why
your
Whatever,
don't
3
you
man.
say it
So
like
albums?
my
Jid,
three albums I'm
that you get from the
taking
library?
3 albums. Exactly.
It's that you can take
Damn.
in with you, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think my album's gonna be in the library.
Yeah, you can take in with
I,
you.
shit.
Tires, my neck, my back won't be there. I'm sorry, it wasn't preserved.
Hey.
Sorry.
Damn,
Or
that's
Joy's
kind of
Lick.
okay. So I'm gonna take Beyonce's Renaissance.
Mm.
I'm gonna take Jasmine Sullivan's Hotels, and
Oh, that's a
I'm
good one.
going to take. Mm, damn, I'm probably gonna take one of them Drake compilation albums, where they just got like all the shits on them.
A greatest
Because
Remix.
hits.
no, the care package. It's just a
The
whole
take. Oh
bunch
yeah,
of
the
it.
care package. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I
Okay.
think then we'll do that. Yeah. So another little
Boy,
R&B
you
and a
was
little rap
riding
mix.
high until you went low, but it's okay.
You
Right?
know, that's Jason's vibe.
Man, it's
I
still
know,
on high. I'm
Jason.
still on high. It's Drake.
But
I'm still on the high. You
oh,
hear me?
I
all
know, bro. I
right.
know, my brother. That is your knight
A
in light
delusion, a
skinned armor.
delusional
I
high.
feel you.
Why bunch of
Helene,
lane? Oh, Bob Marley. I don't hear that bullshit.
Helene, you can say whoever you want to. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Shit.
I'm taking Off the Wall by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
I'm taking Murder Was the Case that they gave me.
You
And
celebrate
Wait,
him?
the soundtrack?
I'm taking the soundtrack. Murder Was the Case
Okay.
soundtrack.
Okay. Got you.
And I'm taking the Preacher's Wife soundtrack.
Ooh,
Bullshit.
okay.
Damn. All right.
Anyway, Anthony, what's your 3?
I'm taking the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. No, I am
That was
kidding.
that was right up under Preacher's Wife.
So I'm
Y'all
taking
check out our Ready to
Nope.
Exhale episode. We also had Talkin Ish join us for that episode as well. I can't tell you the number, but it's on our YouTube and streams.
We are
I feel
always
you.
gonna be here. Just
Shoot.
Gemini. You know what I'm saying?
Shoop-a-doo. Or
Shoop-a-doo.
as it is
The
also
Shoop
known,
Shoop
the
song.
niggas ain't shit. The motion picture.
That part.
No, but seriously, I would take Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On." I would take, and I have to. Damn, now
MF
this is a
Doom.
so-
MF Doom.
fucking right. I would take MF Dooms. I would take the Mad Villainy album. That's off the top. Because I gotta hear all caps as I walk the streets as a villain.
This nigga said as I
And
walk the streets.
You have
I
a
would-
mask on?
Oh yeah, ball. Yes.
Shoot
No,
that
but
nigga.
it's a toss up, but it's both. It would either be
You gotta pick.
Maggot Brains by Funkadelic or Funkadelic versus the Placebo Syndrome by Parliament.
I would say Parliament.
But you know what?
You-
Scratch
My
it.
personal
Scratch
would be
it.
Parliament.
Scratch both of them. I'm taking Parliament live because that's the one where they were live in Oakland and Dr. Dre sampled it for Let Me Ride. That album is the shit, and it's a double album. So Parliament live, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, and Mad Villainy by Mad Villain. Them's my choices. I'm sorry, no Kendrick,
It's
but I can
cool.
sacrifice.
It's cool.
I can always hum all right.
We don't need
Okay.
him down there.
We don't need no bitch ass care package, but you see, you're bringing it.
That part.
Hey, we in that bitch. We in that bitch.
Jason,
We in
chill.
that
We do
bitch.
not need his
We
beige
bump
rage in paradise.
Jada, who do you have?
I let you keep the preacher's wife. You better hush.
So
Let her.
That's a great soundtrack. What you talking about?
Hold on, y'all.
Hold up, Jada, who you got?
I'm gonna do Shaka Khan, The Epiphany Volume 1. That is like
Ooh.
a staple for me.
Woo.
I'm going to probably like Neo's first album.
Oh, that's
because
fire
he's one of my
though.
favorite artists.
You gonna be sad? Vibes.
All up in paradise crying.
I
That
didn't think
was not
about
that sad.
soundtracks. I didn't think about soundtracks, so it's making me want to switch. But
Mhm.
I don't know what genre of rap this is, but like Big X the Plug, Mexican OT, whatever. I'm obsessed with this genre of
Trap.
rap recently.
It's called
So,
Southern shit.
like
It's
Southern
okay.
trap.
We get it.
trap.
Southern
We get
I
it.
don't know what
It's
what
okay.
that shit is.
Welcome to the light, sister.
I love it.
Welcome
though.
to
I
the
love
light.
it. So
Welcome
I
to
think
the
I'll
light.
take-
Mexican OT came out as a Trump supporter, so I had to delete him out of my
he
Spotify.
did?
Oh, Jason, not bringing him
Damn.
no.
I didn't know
The
that.
fuck is you doing?
Yo, this
I
nigga
said
is
Big
in
X
a
the
rave
Plug
right
recent
now.
album did.
This thing is
Either a
like,
rave-
you gonna give somebody a seizure.
Yo, he gonna
Either
get
a
himself
rave
a
It ain't-
seizure.
it's not-
You got to
It's
put
not
the
fast
warning.
enough.
You got to put the disclaimer
not
fast
on
enough.
here.
It's
After
not
the
fast
warning.
enough.
Jason,
not
I
fast
don't know
enough.
what's going on, but you might be
Right.
going to the sunken place. You might want to cut
Okay.
that off.
Jason is putting himself on the spectrum. Get it together, my brother. But Jada, what was your
Fast-
other?
No.
She had shit.
I'm gonna do Big X the Plug latest album because I need something a little
Okay.
more up tempo since my
Up-tempo,
last was
yes.
slow.
Exactly. Jazz, what the Jazz?
She
what
gonna
are
bring
you
Marvin
bumping
Sapp.
down that bunk? Hell no, she don't listen to no goddamn gospel albums.
Oh hell no, gospel no.
Can you imagine listening to Never Would Have Made It Down in Paradise?
Yeah,
The doors be
That
closed.
should just play
Oh,
it
the doors be closed.
as the doors closed.
But think about it. That would be the perfect song to play while other people are trying to get in. and you just go, never would have made
Wait,
it. And then
I'm
you
not
look at
gonna lie.
Sinatra.
Shit, that's why I got.
They're like,
Nigga, that's why I
without you, they
chose
show
Murder Was the
Sinatra
Case.
face on the sky. It's like,
Yo, that's a song people gotta listen to coming in. Like, just had that shit on repeat.
Yep.
Like, that's crazy. But
You gotta praise Sinatra.
Straight
Never,
up. What's yours?
never.
I'm gonna do Michael Jackson's greatest hits.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Whitney Houston's greatest hits.
Oh, it's gonna be a
This
cocaine
nigga
binge in
is
paradise.
cheese.
And I'm gonna do Tupac's greatest hits.
I'd have said all
I
eyes
was on
me.
the
I'll just
fence
go with
because I was
Machiavelli.
thinking Machiavelli, me my damn self.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
but
greatest
I don't
hits
know if
out.
Jazz.
Thinking the
I don't
Don
know.
Illuminati. That would have been a
Yeah.
good one.
I could just see Jazz running through paradise. Hear me.
Listen, Hail Mary.
Just singing
Nah,
Hail Mary.
No, Anthony, people gotta know. Brenda had a baby, but Brenda
Okay.
barely had a
Barely
brain.
had a name.
Brenda,
A damn shame.
Shit, damn shame.
Girl could always
The girl
spell a
could
name.
spell a
I feel
name.
like Tupac would be in the library though.
I think
Yeah,
Pac
it
would
would
be in
be
the library.
preserved.
I would hope so.
I think
so.
Pac
But
would be in the library.
I
I
only
think Whitney.
think his-
I think Whitney would be in the
Shit,
library.
I don't think like
Mike
all
would
them
be in the
niggas might.
library too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So since all of my options were in the library, let me go back and
Library.
say library.
You gotta go with some
Anthony,
deep
I've been
cuts,
drinking.
Jazz.
That's
You
not
said
what you
who?
did.
You gotta get some deep cuts. You can't. You picking the,
Alright.
the most famous niggas in the world. These
My
niggas-
bad. So I will say, let me go ahead and I will also do Jasmine Sullivan's Hotels.
Mhm.
I will do.
You could just borrow Jason's. Pick another one.
Nope.
Damn,
Mm,
niggas.
mm.
All right, so let me go.
But you have
But-
care
Let me borrow
package.
that.
Right.
It's in the
But-
glory.
Can I
Can I
get
borrow these hotels, please?
Can I get the soundtrack to the Prince of Egypt? Was that gonna be in the library?
That
Oh,
was
that's
gonna
a
be
good
on my
one.
list after y'all said
'Cause
soundtracks. I'm
that's a
like,
good one.
damn.
Or
That's a good one.
Hercules.
That's a yeah.
Lion King.
Hercules.
I would
Hercules.
do
All the
Well,
Disney.
you know.
Anthony,
Prince of Egypt is
did somebody say you said Anthony, you said Boomerang, so I'll do Waiting. No, you said
No, I
Waiting
didn't
to
say
Exhale, so I'll do Boomerang.
He was
Boomerang,
joking.
yeah. I was joking about that.
Oh fuck. Damn nigga.
Look at y'all trying to trade
What,
albums.
you thought I was gonna walk the streets going, I was your lover and your
Yes!
Yes!
sister.
Yes!
Nigga, yes.
Looking every day of the
Yes.
week.
Right there in the
The
diner
fuck?
eating them fries.
I've been listening to Kissing You.
With that cankle having waitress.
And I can't believe
That nigga say with that
it's real.
cankle having
Yeah.
waitress.
I can see Anthony singing that at karaoke and pointing to the cankles.
Well, I ain't got no job, so I ain't singing. So
Oh, poor though.
oh wow, way to kill the mood. Yes.
I
did that.
know.
This nigga worse than Killian.
Oh,
No,
really?
he's not. He's not.
Really?
He's
Really?
not. Killian
I'm
will
walking around
kill
roided up
the
with
mood.
goofy smiles. Okay, okay, that you see that's what a Drake fan would say.
That part.
That's what a Drake fan.
That
I
part.
don't give a fuck. See, that's the
I
problem.
know
with
you
Drake. He
don't.
cares so goddamn much. He need to stop caring. Hell, yeah, he'll be okay if he stop. Nigga, just go
Yeah,
in.
if he'd stop, he'd have a better video for that good for a fun song.
So I do have a
Bitch, man,
question
that
for
shit
y'all.
hard, man. Get out of here.
I do have a question
Yeah,
for y'all.
saw it before.
Do y'all think Sinatra was a necessary evil?
No,
Yes.
she knows.
She had the
Jason
money to
says-
get the place built. Yes.
But do you
that
think
part.
how she was able to, like the way that she was moving through everything once they got into paradise, do you think having a person like that is necessary to let all of that continue to function, operate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the peers did not have the capability to make decisions.
Jason
True.
says no. Jada, what do you say?
I say no.
Okay, so we are split.
What you say?
I feel like yes, you need somebody like that that's willing to make those hard
Like
decisions.
what hard decision did she make? Please tell me.
Yeah,
So I know
The place
some
was her idea. The entire thing was her fucking idea.
Okay, cool. Now she's
You
inside
don't
of it.
have
Now,
to
what
be
decision did she
evil,
make
though. I feel
in
like you
there?
could be a
Every
regular person.
decision was hers. The horses being
Well, she
around
got
that
shot, so
motherfucker
guess-
in the
guess-
stores.
guess-
That
guess
was
that
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
ain't doing next
Decision was
season.
hers.
Every
Make a
decision was hers.
Hold up.
The
First off,
the weapons cache was all her.
All hers.
Oh my God, the weapons thing. We didn't even talk about that. First of all, there's videos all over the place. The whole place is surveilled, but we don't
Mhm.
know that these niggas is in here stealing the guns. Like,
But
we
after-
have
hold on,
no
but
clue
Jada-
about that part.
but Jada,
What's going
after
on?
3 years, you don't think anything gonna happen, which is why the security
That's
detail
true.
was cutting off the fucking cameras to play the
That's
weed.
true.
Like the
That's
crime rate was at 0%.
That's true.
The crime
was-
rate was probably at 80%, but we ain't got no records of it because we ain't watching the cameras.
Sinatra
Killing
was
all
shooting
the
out.
you can
Sinatra
find.
was killing all
At the
them
same
niggas.
time of day.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Look, if people now y'all might not agree, but if I build this underground whole city for 25,000 people. We safe. We chilling. People like, oh, we want to go up top. Okay. You're not coming back. And realistically, you're probably not going to get far at the top because I'm going to have my sniper like,
You don't have to kill them. Why do y'all keep killing the people that's going out to die?
Because
Because
I
you're
don't
gonna
want
try
to
and
go
bring people back
outside
in.
to die.
but they're going to bring people back, Jada, and they're going to
And
try
kill
to
them all when they come back. Who cares? When they
Who
try
got-
and come back,
it
then
might
kill
be
them,
too
but
many.
let them go.
But hold on, Jada. What if they bring back 75,000 people and half
You ain't
them
got no
niggas?
bombs in your bunker?
What the
No, we
fuck?
just got
Obviously not,
killed.
no.
How
And now we
what are
going
they,
to war. If I would
Jazz,
have just
what are
killed
they,
you on your way out, I wouldn't even have to deal with all this.
what are they bringing
You said, if I
75,000
just
people
killed you.
on? What are they even carrying?
Right.
You don't even have a
Walking.
They
plane, a
gonna
bus,
have,
a
they gonna have
truck,
tents,
You remember that?
fucked
nothing.
up
Now,
You
people.
remember
They
that
Nigga,
got
zombie
had
horde
thousands
from?
on
vaccines. They
foot.
got
No, you remember that zombie horde
Hold
from
on.
Walking Dead?
Like, I don't need all these people at my gate. Like, we want to get in. We want vegan fucking fries. Fuck you.
Yeah, my
Like,
Kinkle having
nah.
waitress is not making it for y'all.
Like, we
Y'all
not,
have to just learn to live.
because
Fat
we've
bitch
reached
ain't
our
making it for
population.
nobody. Stop it.
Damn right. But for me,
I don't know what hard decisions Sinatra really made. I'm just gonna be honest with you, because when it was time for her to make decisions, the bitch nutted up. So I don't know what she did.
But
for real.
Sinatra
well, she
literally
made
made
decisions.
every fucking decision. The whole
She made
place was her
decisions to kill
decision.
the expedition people.
She manipulated. I don't
That's
feel
decision
like it.
making, though, Jason.
That's a
I,
decision.
That's making the move.
I don't know.
If you didn't have
I'm not with
Sinatra,
it.
they would
Okay.
not have had that
Okay.
underground
All right.
At
city.
all.
I agree with that. I think that Sinatra didn't have to be a necessary evil, though. She could have just been a smart bitch with money. Like, she was level-headed
Hmm.
enough to have this plan and stuff. But all the extra shit you did with wanting to kill the people outside, not letting people go out, control it. That's all ridiculous nonsense, honestly. You
Smart
already
bitches
own.
with money don't
It's
make it
not,
very
and I
far.
understand that, like society will act that way, so you can
Shit,
believe
obviously
they'll
this
act that
bitch
way.
with
But if
the
Well,
25,000 people in the world ended, they gonna act right. They don't got no other option but to act right.
but
So
But
you don't
also
have
you
to
Jada,
do
got
all
they
that
just
extra
broke
shit.
into my armory and they got my guns. So
Because
them
because you
you
niggas
was
was
ain't
doing you
acting
was
acting
on
crazy
right.
because
you
of
was on fuck
you.
shit because of
Yeah.
fuck
If you
shit that
wasn't
you was
acting
well,
like
on.
that, it would
well,
have been
But
chill.
hold on, you mean to tell me if you make a whole entire city and this white
Yes.
dude come in your face and tells you, look,
ooh, you might want to say that
leave
different.
this family
I
alone.
was gonna say he came in your face.
Pause.
Y'all so nasty. Y'all know what Billy
It was
did.
the
It's
way you
not.
said it. It
That's
was
a hell of
you.
a place
My
to
bad.
come.
My bad. Was it too? Okay. Okay.
No, no, it was your conviction, the way you said it.
The
Oh, okay.
emphasis.
I mean, she
It
said
was
it
the
the way she
delivery.
she
So
said
shut up,
it,
Jason. Shut up, Jason. But anyway, if
mm-mm.
like Billy tried Sinatra, so you're gonna let somebody try you in your city?
Yes, let it go. Who gives a
Okay.
fuck?
All
It's
right. So
25,000 people and you control
Jada
the
says
whole fucking
yes.
city.
So Jason, let me ask you this: are you gonna let a white
I
boy
was smoking
try
bully.
you?
I was smoking bully. I'm smoking Billy. I'm having
What you
that Billy
say?
pack. I'm smoking him. I'm
Oh,
having
you're
him smoke.
smoking him. Oh, I thought you. Oh, okay. I thought you said something completely different.
I know you
Okay,
didn't think that. You
I
didn't think
did.
that. No, you
Uh,
didn't. And
uh,
nobody reacted because you got came on. Don't come at me like that.
Helene.
Because you know what was in
Helene.
my head. You know what I was thinking? That she thought you said you were stroking Billy. I was like,
I
oh
thought
Yeah,
he
I
no,
said
know.
no,
fuck
I
no,
be
it.
no.
stroking.
I thought he
Yeah, I
said
know
fuck
because she
it.
got
But
because she got her face came on. She want to come at me like I don't like
Jason,
that's not my fault.
Okay, Helene.
Move, duck, nigga. Hit. You know, hit one of the.
Jason,
That's what they told him to do in the Boondocks
can you
episode. If I see
can
P
you
coming
button
at
that?
me,
I
I move
move.
out the way.
Helene, if this is your city and Billy come to you telling you what you not gonna do,
I'm
what you
killing
doing?
Billy. I'm killing Billy.
Billy's out of here. Anthony, what are
Billy's
you
dead.
doing? Like, y'all
Y'all
not
go to
letting
the
him
upper
Why?
room.
talk to
Why are
y'all.
you killing Billy? Billy has no power.
Billy,
Billy,
no,
You're not
Billy.
gonna,
But
you're
Billy
not gonna
has
come in my
knowledge.
city and
He's
tell
a
me what to do.
nobody.
Billy got the
Cut him
Billy has
off,
audacity.
lock him in his house. Who gives a fuck?
But
Billy
He's
out
Billy
of
doing
here.
knows.
literally
Billy
everything.
knows that there are
Billy
people
Right.
knows where the
above.
bodies are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lock him
Billy
in his
literally
house.
knows where the
Put
bodies
Jane
are.
outside.
But
That's her name,
Jada,
right? Jane.
why do I need to lock him in that house when I can kill him and give somebody else that house?
Yeah.
There's no other people to take the house.
You
Jane
might
took
give
it.
it to
You're
somebody if
not
they
letting
get it.
people in to replace the
That's true.
house.
We might get a divorce later. Like, oh, split.
Like,
Okay, she
Oh
can
yeah,
go
well I
live
get
in
cut
this
him
Billy's
house, you
off.
old
get a.
house.
Like Billy will be the first homeless person in paradise.
He
Let
would
him
not be
struggle.
there.
Let him struggle. He's not allowed in the
He said
diner.
the
Put him
first
in
Jada,
his
homeless
he has
house.
person.
all the secrets.
Nobody's
He
gonna
does.
believe him. We're gonna say he's strung out on
Who got-
drugs. He out in the street.
But hold on,
Who gives a
Jada,
fuck?
who want to be in paradise with a homeless man outside talking crazy? That bring your like no.
It would be
No.
normal.
You
It
ain't
would bring
look. You
some
ain't gonna have
normalcy
Billy
to my
outside
life.
bringing down my property
Right.
values
Property
and my
value.
underground
In
bunker.
paradise.
You gotta run the rents, my customers and everybody living here. Billy is out of here. Sorry.
Yeah,
But you
All
I'm
right,
but you know
smoking.
also
that's
Billy
fine.
knew
I'm not that mad at Billy
too much.
Right.
for real.
right. And look how the way they killed him. So it worked
Overdose.
perfectly. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I wasn't
bloody.
that mad at him.
They
dying,
made it
for
look
real.
like he overdosed. Game
I
over.
just mean her like doing all of the extra shit. Not wanting the people
Yeah.
outside. I understand not wanting the people outside to come in, but you didn't need to go kill all them other people. But you was scared. She was like so scared about anybody
Right.
knowing anything that she knows. You know, like of her secrets getting
But-
exposed.
Because
was, like,
think
her
about it. When
biggest
you,
fear.
if you want to be
The protector.
not necessarily be the smartest person in the room, but you want to be the person that knows the most because you then become a commodity.
Mhm.
Once everybody else starts to know what I know, I'm not that goddamn important anymore.
Right.
Right.
So I need to be the person that knows a little bit. I
that's
need to know
her
a little bit of
problem.
everything.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
also
but
don't
she
you
had money too, though.
Complex.
true. But money can
That
only
don't
get
mean
you so
shit.
far in
Yeah,
this
that don't
thing
mean
because
shit.
it doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything. But what I want to ask is, do y'all think she kind of had almost like a Munchausen kind of syndrome situation going on too? Like
you
you
give me a
lose your
definition.
child. Munchausen
Like
by
you
proxy
you
is
need
you need to feel like you're a provide. What do
like
you
you're
call it?
helping like Munchausen people will like purposely get their children sick
Children
to
sick.
take them to the hospital to say
Like
my
what happened
child
to
is sick.
Like
Gypsy?
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Munchausen by
she ain't had
proxy is
that
when you
shit.
make your child sick and then you come in
You
as
come in like the savior.
the savior. You know, the
Mhm.
healer, basically. You're healing your
Yeah.
child. Like,
It's on
or
the
you
Sixth
lie and
Sense.
say, exactly,
Yes,
like the
that's
little
exactly
girl.
it.
Remember?
Sixth and Sense, yeah.
Come to find out she was being poisoned by her mom.
Poison. Yeah.
So
Gypsy
Like
Rose.
I
flowers in
think
the attic. Mhm.
no, Flowers in the Attic was
She
more
was poisoned
girl,
them.
don't
Oh no, she was just trying to kill them
She was
babies.
trying to kill the babies, but
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
was
that's
just trying to
true, but
kill
they-
them with arsenic
I ain't
and
seen
then they
that.
got freaky
on
together.
donuts.
But
Where is that
I
strip?
forgot
Well, never
about the
mind.
freaky
Never
part.
mind. I don't want
It's
to
a
I
see
great
love
that.
book.
Flowers in the Attic. That was one of my favorite
I
books
love it
when I was
too.
growing up.
It's sad that it's a
Oh.
YA book. But
It
It's a
is.
book too?
the
All
thing
the
I was
BC
looking
I
Andrews.
had
at,
no idea that
yeah,
it was a book.
So it's a book and a
Mhm.
movie?
and the
It
movie,
was a book first. Yeah.
and
Oh,
then the
okay.
See,
movie.
the movie
Well,
came
yeah.
out in my generation. The book.
Well, the movie there was a
They
My
ain't
movie
they
around the
they
generation.
not
'80s.
they not
There
that
was a
much
movie
older than you.
there was a movie way before that. It
This
was
nigga said my
what is it?
generation.
What is it?
Generation.
Christina,
Shout
not
out to
Christina
being
Applegate.
29.
Girl,
The
that was
Buffy the Vampire Girl was the original one.
Sarah Michelle
There's
Gellar?
one older than that.
No, not Sarah Michelle
Th-
Gellar. The other,
There's a
the
Flowers in
Buffy
the
movie.
Oh,
Helen Slater. Helen Slater. Yeah.
Oh.
Was it
I don't
Helen Slater?
remember. I
Oh
don't know.
no,
Some white girl with blonde hair. You know, they all
What's it
look like
called?
me.
Christy.
That's irrelevant to this show, quite
Yeah,
honestly.
but anyway, I think she suffered from Munchausen by proxy because losing her son, she couldn't protect him. She couldn't save him. She also had this weird savior's complex which went into her power trip that didn't mix well with her power trip either.
Mhm.
Because look at how she spoke to Cal. Look how, and Cal is supposed to be the president, mind you.
Mhm.
Look how she spoke to the vice president, which
But they were
I mean,
bitches.
they were of course. But what I'm saying is,
Kyle wanna be.
she was power. She had power, and it wasn't just because she had the money. It's because she had the
First
knowledge.
you get the money, then you get the power.
Okay, what you need in life, I guess. So I think she just had like she flipped,
Do you
and
think
she
we get more
became this.
backstory on her?
Fuck you, granddad.
Season 2?
I hope not. I don't need
Probably
I
not.
want
I don't
more.
even.
I want more backstory on Sinatra because how you go
Uh-huh.
from your son died, and I understand the money part because she been had the money. She
Right.
been into the research and going to the convention, so she knew about this stuff. She knows she had a
Mhm.
vested interest in this, but I don't know how she turns from a person with vested interest and money,
To a
and then your
psycho.
son dies into a cycle, right? Like
I-
what happened?
I think it was
Well-
because
Because
of
I think
like,
she had a savior complex,
but
and she
also
thought
the
she could be the one to save everybody.
and
or
also
save
grief
25,000.
because she was talking
Grief,
to the
yeah.
therapist and she was just like, look, I don't want to get past this, but I need to be able to function for my daughter and my husband, and I
Right.
got this major project. And I thought she dropped a really crazy bar in this because she said with time going past, even though a lot of people say time heals all wounds, but she said time is only allowing me to get further away from the memories that I had with him.
Right.
And I'm be honest, I like when I heard that on the rewatch, I said, damn, that is so fucking deep. Because we think about like the further we get time from people that we lost, we have those memories, but we're moving further away from those actual moments with them.
Right.
And I said, damn, that was deep.
And
but
it's
I still
almost
said,
like it's
fuck
not
her,
true
though.
healing. It's almost like it's not even true healing. You're just getting by now.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I really liked about her character is, yeah, she was maniacal. She was manipulative. She was this, she was that. She was a mother at the end of the day.
Barely.
And she was going to do, well, barely, but again, she was going to do what she had to do to get the shit done, whether you like it or not. Whether her methods were wrong, of course, but it was going to get done. Yeah. And, you know, what else is there for her? Like, this was the project. I don't care about, you know, Indinge Mogombo dying from this particle shit. Get this thing built. I don't care about Cal having father issues. And you know what? Shout out to Gerald McRaney. It took me 5 episodes to realize that was Major Dad. I didn't even recognize him.
How did it take you that many episodes?
Because I usually recognize him.
Major Dad.
I love Gerald McRaney. What did you say?
Who the fuck is Jared Ryan? Who the fuck is that?
Simon and Simon, Major
It's a white man.
He was
Anthony.
He's married to Delta Burke.
Jason gonna say
who the fuck is Delta Burke? And who the fuck is that? Is that one of the Golden Girls?
Your mama never watched Designing Women?
The fuck, you know, my mama is y'all age. The fuck?
I don't even know what Designing Women is.
Well, how did okay, we moving on.
But Anthony, yes, Cal definitely
I have a random question for the group.
Okay, what you got, Jada?
Since y'all brought up her being a kind of bad mom, right? So you know how her.
No, I think you did.
No, Helene did.
Helene did that.
I did.
I disagree.
She was a bad mom.
I disagree.
Okay, my bad.
Do y'all think that she made all the food vegan in Paradise because her daughter was obese?
No.
Who was obese?
Her daughter was chunky as fuck in Paradise. Y'all ain't see her when the one scene where her daughter is there, she was pudgy as fuck. And she wasn't pudgy in the flashback.
Okay.
But nah,
she tried to get her on a health kick.
But hold on, we saw her daughter in the show. She was sitting at a desk, but she was not.
Yes,
there's a reason.
She didn't have cankles.
No, she didn't have cankles like my waitress. But what I'm saying, there is a reason they had to go.
I like the waitress.
He said,
I'm gonna claim her. Shut up, that's my Nubian. What I'm saying,
I almost called you out your fucking name.
Yo. Wow.
The reason they went vegan is because
I think they couldn't sustain meat. Yeah.
You couldn't sustain.
I understand the reason for the veganism.
But I love the fact that you go, wait a minute. Y'all were vegan because that little bitch was fat.
Nah, she being I was gonna say she being messy. Trying to call that little motherfucker fat.
Yeah.
Why didn't they have animals down there?
Because they can't be sustained. Animals wouldn't be. Right. There's not the sunlight. Everything.
There's no. I was gonna say there's no real sunlight.
Damn.
You know. Yeah,
that dog gonna die next season.
That motherfucker was getting that.
I don't know what that dog is eating.
The night.
Yeah. And that I thought was dope because I still say it was the first episode. Yeah, it was the first episode that showed that they were in a dome.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that was such a great reveal.
Yes.
And that's what like y'all talking about. It took 3-4 episodes for y'all to get into it. Nigga, the they showed that it was a dome. I was like, oh shit.
Helene, I was locked in 20 minutes. I said, oh shit.
Helene, you lie. You lie like a rug. Your interest was because of the hidden body of Sterling K. Brown. That was the first thing you said. Bullshit. That is the first thing you said about why y'all not watching Paradise with me.
No, we didn't even see Sterling K. Brown's body until we saw him a little bit that morning, but we didn't see his ass and shit until he got with the damn whatchamacallit. I'm sorry, I don't find Sterling K. Brown that attractive.
Wait. If you wait 6 hours on a date is a lot. That's like 7 years for real.
My nigga, this ain't no dog. What the fuck are you talking about?
Jazz, let me ask you this.
Don't ask me.
Let me ask you. How long was your date when you went to the movies?
Oh my
Oh
God.
wow.
Back to the
Why are you so invested in this movie date?
To this,
Jesus
I was about to
Christ.
answer.
Did you want to go
Because
on? Did you want to go on the date?
Like,
You want to
why-
hold hands with the
no,
nigga too?
because it's the whole. No, do you think
Whoa.
no? Why are you like why are you snapping out like this?
Look,
Nigga, why is you so invested in this
I
date?
don't-
you man calm down, Cleo.
Jason,
I'm talking
Jason,
to Jazz.
we are in a totally different month. March doesn't matter anymore.
nigga's in a
We
totally
in
different
April,
month.
my nigga. We in April. So let's focus on
But
April.
March Madness is still going on, so
We're
I'm
not
still
talking about
here.
basketball or games. We talking
Yes,
about
ma'am.
paradise.
Y'all said.
And I'm gonna say
6 hours on a date is a long time.
it is a very long time. But my thing is, you
Hours?
gonna sit up
How
here and
long is the
kiss this.
movie?
No, he's talking about the date.
That's what I'm saying. How long is the movie though? I thought it was a movie date.
No, listen, Jada.
All right, never mind.
I don't think you're getting freaky during magazine dreams.
Jada, pivot off of what
I've
Jason
gone on
was
a
trying to
6-hour date before. It's not that
let
long when you
Jada
actually like the
focus.
person.
Yeah.
Focus.
That's my point. That's why
Jason's never been on a 6-hour
that's why
date because
fucking-
he ain't never been out with nobody that fucking likes him like that.
Ooh.
Oh, well, that was a rousing episode of Was It Good Though? We want to thank everybody for watching
And listening.
And listening.
And
'cause
I
my
think-
God.
She said that with her head down, forehead out in the screen, and eyes looking whatever the fuck
Nigga,
it is.
I'm on my phone.
Then
Shit, the
it-
But
fuck?
you gotta understand that's where her power lies.
It lies. The power is a lie. The power is
It's
lying
not.
to you niggas.
Y'all be sure to
Keep
check
power.
out our Power of the Head episode where
There
we
you go.
discuss
Power of the
Thor,
Head.
Love and Thunder.
The
That's an
Moon
old
Head
one right
twins.
there. But,
It's a classic.
right, it is. But was there anything else
Oh
y'all
my
wanted
God.
to discuss in this episode?
I have one question.
Oh, in this
because I know you
series.
guys rewatch. I didn't rewatch. So
Okay.
I cannot figure out how the fuck the tablet got outside of Xavier's house in the
The
bush.
daughter.
The
The daughter.
But how did it get out of Cal's safe?
Cal was
Into the
looking
bush.
at it. Cal was looking at it while he was over his balcony, and then he got hit over the head with that hard ass
And
shit,
he-
and he dropped
And
it
it dropped it.
Drop it.
over the balcony. And the daughter was just
I thought that they showed with the little gardener dude throw it in the bush. Like they showed somebody walking off with the little emblem on their back and toss the tablet. Like that was like one of the things. Like
Was it the
how
tablet
did
they tossed?
I
I
thought
don't think it was
know.
the tablet, was
that they
it?
I
tossed.
don't
What
know
was
about that.
then?
It was the
You know what
it
scene
was
I'm
the-
talking about? Where they have
Yeah.
I remember somebody
walking away
leaving.
Right.
and they threw something in the bush. I thought that was
And
the
that
tablet.
and that's when I thought it was his son that killed him. I was like, that looked like
seemed
a
like-
jacket a teenager would wear.
it was a lot
But-
of suspects that could have taken Cal
Yeah,
out.
everybody could have taken Cal out.
Yeah.
His daddy with dementia
And
or
all
with
of
a
it was
straight mind.
useless because it was just some random nigga who used to work in the
I did
mine.
low key think it was the daddy for a little hot second.
I thought it was Sinatra
Yeah.
for a while, but I do like the whole who did it
I thought it
thing
was
because
his mom.
Anthony,
Yeah.
that's something I love as well. I love a good who done it. So
I mean, it's not as cool as
So he
Glass
just dropped
Onion,
it in the
you
bush
know.
and then the door
or
Knives
the
Out.
residents,
Bush.
the residents,
Yeah.
you got to check that out. That's a really
Okay.
good who done it.
Is that the
It
one with
was.
It's on
old girl
Netflix.
from
From
with
who?
Orange is the
Crazy
New Black.
eyes.
Black? Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
That's
forgetting
good?
her name and I feel bad because
It
she's such a
is.
good actor.
Uzu?
It's
Ozo?
really good.
Uzu?
Yeah.
Uzu.
She a little annoying because she on the spectrum, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody
Ever
on the
since I
spectrum,
said that
that's why
shit,
it's
He's
a
not
spectrum.
on the spectrum.
Jason keep throwing at a niggas like darts, like
I
spectrum.
mean, am I wrong?
There's
I
only
think
one
so. I don't
spectrum
think
and it's
she's on the
played by
spectrum.
Tiana Paris. That's all I'm gonna say.
But was there any other scenes that y'all wanted to discuss? Any questions? How they figured out who their Link of Thrones was going to be?
Was it
unless
good
you
I
though?
had-
already
first.
gave y'all mine.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Was it good though?
My
first?
nigga, is you giving head on like what?
He's trying to headbutt and speak.
Jazz,
in
you are
language.
really Jazz. You really Jazz.
But
you
hold
really
on, but
trying to
anybody,
get back.
nope. If
You're
anybody
trying.
look at it on
You're
the YouTube,
trying.
they're gonna be like,
You're
Jason
trying.
head was jerking.
What is that?
Oh.
But there's nothing here.
I don't know what. So okay, so let's
She
be good.
First,
though.
she was
She's
keep in
trying.
mind. First, she got nutted on in the
Y'all gonna
face. Then
see.
she thought she was stroking Billy Pace.
Y'all gonna see it.
Nah,
You're
okay.
gonna see it
She's
on the
trying.
YouTube. On the
She's
YouTube,
trying.
you
No,
gonna
now
see
what
it.
now what you seen Helene do? That was the actual motion.
What did Helene do?
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
So y'all didn't.
Y'all
say
being
her
some
good
freaky frogs when we supposed to be talking about a great show
I
that
didn't do
Jada feels
anything.
that she loves and hates.
Yeah, I
Jada.
love and hate it. It's so bad.
So
It's so bad, but I love it. I'm
But
gonna
yet
watch
it's
every
good.
single episode that comes out. I'm gonna watch every episode that comes out because I love Sterling. And I feel like they do a great job. They have a good soundtrack. It's
The
very entertaining to
soundtrack.
watch.
Well, it
Hey,
did
that
have a
one
good
song.
soundtrack though.
That one song they kept playing, like whatever that shit
Oh,
was, the little rock
I
song.
feel like
They
the
played
way
like
they
8 different
used
versions of it.
music in the
Right.
show
They
was
did.
It
very
was unique.
impactful.
It
Yeah,
was.
it
It
was.
was. So
And so I feel
Oh
like they
man,
did a good
I feel
job.
bad because I forgot what the song was.
it's a
I
song
got you.
based
Hold
like
on.
off Paradise, but so Jada, was it good though?
Oh,
Absolutely
Phil
watch it. I
Collins.
100% recommend the
Yes.
show. Don't
Okay.
expect the most out of it. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Expect to like it. That's it.
Expect to like.
Don't think
Hey,
about it too much.
Hey,
that's
I
a
Don't
don't
good
think
want.
too
review.
deeply
We built
about
I
this city.
I don't
Yeah.
know Jada like that, but I do not want her to write my obituary because that
Is we
shit is
built.
gonna
Listen,
We
it's gonna
built.
be
get.
We built.
honest, is what it's
Is
gonna
we
be.
built this
It's
city,
gonna
but
be
they
honest.
had different variations of it.
Rit-
Okay.
We built
So
this city. They
oh,
kept playing
Jefferson
it, but
Starship.
they kept playing a different version. They played like a up to date version. They played
Right.
like an old school version
Oh,
of it as they was killing people. I was like,
Anthony,
bro,
got
what
you.
the
was
Got
fuck?
it
you.
Anthony, was it good though?
Yes,
Please.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Awesome. Helene, was it good though?
Yes.
And Jason. It took
Yes,
you 6
it was
episodes to
good.
get hooked when it had
It
8
took 6.
episodes.
It took 6. It took 6. But 6, 7, and 8, they overshadowed.
Okay, we gonna
Y'all did. Oh
Somebody
yeah,
trying to attack you?
The fuck was that?
you all right?
nigga, you did it. All right, Jazz, was it good though?
Yes. Yes, it was.
I don't know what
You all
just
right?
came
Was
after
that
me.
lightning?
Nigga, yes.
You scared? Oh, all right, I got you, my nigga. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and pivot to our what did you think those? We dropped some. We had a few people. Reva said definitely good. Helene dropped it, said it was outstanding. Pat Go said 1,000%. I will definitely tell my people about it. And we also had some people on our our Instagram that also responded back. I got 2 more people since Jason is under attack. All right, Casual Movie Lover said one of the best shows of the year so far. Highly recommend. Have you seen? Was a little disappointed with the ending, but only because I was expecting it to be a 1-season show. Other than that,
Mm-hmm.
definitely one of the best shows from this year. Shout out
Well,
to
hell,
everybody.
everybody thought it was supposed to be a
How could
one-season
they?
show.
How could
Right.
they have ended this in 1 season though? What?
I mean, you never know because
Maybe
sometimes
no.
10. If it had been
But-
like maybe 12 episodes,
If
it
they
could have
would
been
have
one
Right.
season.
shot Sinatra and killed her, it would have kind of.
yeah, but
So
the fact
I-
that they left it open of like, oh, I still
Well,
need
the
you
thi-
alive.
The
I
thing
just
shot
really
was,
her
thought
in
it
the
was only
chest.
5 episodes.
If somebody shoots you
Right.
right here and they like, I still need you alive. Like, bitch, why didn't you just shoot me in my
But
side?
she shot her up here.
to make you learn a lesson.
Jada, you know how many
It was a
movies
little
people
bit higher. It was a little bit higher, like at the clavicle.
Yeah, it was like around here near the neck.
Yeah,
But
a
again,
little bit higher.
the creator even said it. They made it to where it could be a one and done, or if greenlit, I'm prepared for
Mhm.
3 seasons. Period. So
Yeah,
either
that's
way,
cool.
if they would have said, if Hulu would have said, okay, man, that was a great run, but we don't want it anymore. Okay, cool. We'll just leave it at that and let your imagination go with it.
right.
So
But
It was
our Link of Thrones, I am going to start with you, Jada. Do you have your Link of Thrones for this episode?
We've talked about a lot of them already.
It's okay.
So I'm gonna go with Sterling again. And apparently he was in Supernatural, which
Hmm.
I
He was?
watched the whole series, but he was a character in the movie. But
don't
he wasn't
remember
good
him?
yet.
he was an
I
ended up
angel.
turning
wasn't
it- he ended up-
after I looked it
no,
up,
he ended
I
up- he was
remember
a
him vividly.
hunter.
Yeah, he was a
He was a hunter that turned into
Oh.
a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
After I
damn,
looked
I'm
it
gonna
up,
have
I
to
was
go
like, I just
back.
didn't recognize him from like when he was playing in it then to like now because he's
Yeah.
become much a bigger name now. But
Okay.
he was in that. That's Supernatural.
All right, that's what's up. Anthony,
Hmm.
who is
Well,
your Link
I
of
said
Thrones?
It's got to be Gerald McRaney, who it took me a minute to realize that was him.
Major Dad.
Major Dad.
I love
One,
that show.
but the show that introduced me to him was a show my father used to watch religiously, and that was Simon and Simon on CBS.
Yeah.
Used to love watching that show. That was Simon and Simon Detective Agency. So that was it. That was my Link of Thrones.
Helene, who do you have as your Link of Thrones?
The First Lady, Cassidy Freeman.
Oh yeah.
She was also one of my favorite characters on Smallville, Tess Mercer.
And
She was the villain when they didn't have a Lex. She was
Lex.
She was Lex.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with hey, Righteous Gemstones,
I was thinking about Righteous Gemstones because I
because
just
she
started
plays
watching
Jesse's
it.
wife, Amber.
Yeah, because I just started watching it.
Oh, so you're just on season 1, right?
Yeah.
Enjoy that
Ooh,
ride.
Oh,
yeah.
Enjoy
yes.
that ride.
Because all I'm gonna say
Dang,
is
Tito was here.
season 4 is a plethora of penis.
How long is the
That's
season?
I think it's
good thing
like
to look
what,
forward to.
4 or 5.
They whites though. They
4.
white. So now
They're
we're
white.
So that mean they pink.
Yeah,
It's like
Right.
little mole rats and
Yeah,
uncooked
little
chickens.
naked mole
Stop.
rats.
No, stop. I don't need to think about that before I go to sleep. Jason,
naked mole rats.
who's your League of Thrones?
Oh, I'm dropping
Nigga, what the fuck?
Hey,
The
Well,
lightning is
That was
attacking.
weird.
You're frozen already.
He's frozen and he's
frozen?
making these
He is.
sounds. That
Right.
was weird.
There we go. Don't
Don't
am I
stop
still
making those
frozen?
sounds.
Stop.
Yes.
Yeah, you
I'm
still
still, I'm
frozen.
still frozen. Oh
Yeah.
damn.
Who is your League of
Oh
Thrones?
damn.
It's
Oh,
okay.
damn.
We can still hear you.
Okay. My Lincoln Throne is Julianne Nicholson, which is Sinatra. She was in Winning Time.
You said, Winning Time, the series.
Wait a minute.
Mhm.
How you know?
She wasn't
Yes.
What is winning time?
she didn't play whatchamacallit, did she? Not the boss's daughter.
Nah, Boston's daughter. Hell no. She
No, she
was
was too young.
she was one of the coach's wives.
Oh, okay. Oh, she was Jason Segel's wife.
Hold on.
Paul Westfall. Is it?
What is winning
Her
time?
McKinney is her last name.
Oh, McKinney. Okay, the coach
Crane
that had the.
McCrean.
Okay, yeah, the Lakers coach that pretty much got him to the championship, but he had that accident. Yeah. McKinney, got it. Okay, wow, I didn't realize that, and I love Winning Time. That was a great show. Horrible ending.
Yeah. But is Jason back? He still looks
Nope,
frozen.
still
That is
frozen.
completely fine. I'm going to go with James Marsden. He was, of course, our president. He was in Jury Duty.
I like that show. That was actually pretty good. Scripted, unscripted show.
I feel bad because when you said Jury Duty, I thought you was talking about the Pauly Shore movie. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. My bad.
No, you're good. But yes, Jason, would you like to close us out and let our guest go ahead and do their last final plugs?
Yes, we do appreciate everybody for coming in. We started on Jada. No, we ended on Jada. We started with you guys. So we ended with Jada first. Jada, you have anything you want to let the people know that you got going on? Plug in, no chocolate balls you selling? No?
Chocolate balls. Jada, you're mute.
You're mute.
I'm mute.
Okay, we can
There
hear
you
you.
are.
You're not on
Okay,
mute now. You did the Beyonce challenge good, girl. Yes.
Oh, thanks. No, I don't have no shameless plugs. I'm just happy, this has been fun. Happy to discuss it with you guys. Happy to see you guys. No plugs for the
Oh,
pod.
happy to see you as well. Looking all glowy and stuff. You got a big forehead too.
It's good. I'm gonna have a big head going to work tomorrow.
I know you're gonna float away.
That's not what happens when you have a big head, Jason. We
Oh.
stay put.
Is that what happens?
Yes.
Ouch.
But
Yeah,
it sounded better.
This will be
Talking
bothering.
sounds better than being like. So I appreciate it, Jason. Thank you.
Talking Ish, a podcast amongst friends. Do you guys have anything you would like to put out there for the people?
Yeah. As usual, check us out. YouTube Wednesdays. There is no set time. It drops when it's ready. Usually it's at 9 a.m. Yes, exactly. Do the knowledge, nigga.
Y'all ain't
But-
shit.
I know, but y'all know what we do. Myself, Helene, better known as Coretta with the Beretta, Britt, and that Brea of Sunshine, always getting together, talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of bullshit. So go ahead, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I'm trying to get us on iHeart, but I guess I'm gonna have to be friends with Charlemagne the God. That may happen, but we are working on getting on Amazon. So once we get all of that in, we'll have more avenues and spaces and places where you could check us out. So Talkin Ish, a podcast amongst friends. Long title, but it's
It rolls
well
off the
worth
tongue.
the search. It rolls off the tongue, you know. It's like Pringles. Ruffles has ridges. It makes no goddamn sense. I need to go to bed.
This nigga here, man. But yes, this is the What's a Good Though podcast. Appreciate everybody for listening, still following. We did reach 700 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to us. Episode
On the road to
1.
1,000.
Right.
Hey, we've been on that road for a minute, but hey, we on that witch's road. Episode 147 is out now. We got with Mike to talk about Magazine Dreams, starring the Jonathan Majors. Next week, Jada will be back. I think we also got Ferb for that one as well, and we shall be discussing the Prince of Egypt, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't know. Have I seen this shit? Nigga?
My
Starring
nigga,
an
get it
all-white
together.
cast.
Is that the one that lured my people? That's
Yeah, that's about Moses
Okay.
in animation form
I said it in church a few times. I seen that.
with an all-white voice cast.
Anthony.
Is Val Kilmer in there, right?
He is. R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. to Iceman. What's your favorite Val
R.I.P.
Kilmer
to
movie?
Batman sans nipples.
What's your favorite Val Kilmer movie? Big Head. Everybody want to answer that, huh?
Oh wow. Oh, I'll answer. Real genius.
Real genius. What you got, Jazz?
I'm gonna say Mindhunter.
Okay. Jada, it's a white man.
So,
I don't know
White man
who it is.
muted her again.
I was
She
just
said
right
never
here. Yeah.
Okay, you just right there, got you. Okay.
I don't know
okay,
people's
cool.
names. I don't know the names like yo, you know. My brain don't work that way.
What you got, Helene?
Tombstone.
That's a good one.
Rocking this shit. Doc Holliday, he did in that too.
I'll be.
I'm gonna go with Heat.
Yeah.
But I think the only movie we do have where Val Kilmer is in was on our Top Gun 2. Top Gun 2. He was, of course, he reprised his role as Iceman in that film as well. So yeah, definitely check out our Top Gun episode. One of my favorites. We was all naked on the episode, so yeah, enjoy that. But
Our arms out means naked to Jason.
it is. I keep my sleeves on. But until next time, this is What's a Good Though podcast about movies and TV shows. I am one of your hosts. I am Jason.
I am Jazz, and I also want to say that we have been a guest on Toontastic Journey. We reviewed a Goofy movie. We was on Mass Debaters, and I was also recently on Talkin Ish, a podcast amongst friends, latest episode. Y'all please be sure to check all of those podcasts out on streams and YouTube. Jason, don't be sounding like, yeah, that nigga was over there cheating. Well, look, what I'm saying? Look.
I was at work.
Yeah, because we sent the invite.
It was
I was up 24 hours at that point, so it was too late.
You don't sleep anyway. But this is the Was It Good Though podcast. I am Jazz.
And I'm Jason again. And this is Jada, Anthony, and Helene.
Y'all say
next
bye
time.
to the people.